The Kansas City T-Bones proudly present T-Bones Baseball on the Air. Members of the American Association of Independent Professional Baseball Clubs and home of fun well done. The T-Bones Broadcast Network is brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Now let's head out to the ballpark for the starting lineups and the first pitch with the voice of the T-Bones, Nathan Moore.
Good evening and welcome back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota on a warm, hot, muggy Tuesday evening here in South Dakota. Nathan Moore back with you as the Kansas City T-Bones look to win their third consecutive series in a row here tonight. A big win last night. Kansas City went on to win 7-5. A little bit of shakiness at the end of the ball game, but Kansas City did hold on. They did win the first game of the series. Now Kansas City looking to win, once again, their third consecutive series in a row. They have a chance to do that with a win here today, and Kansas City is looking for their starting pitcher, Jordan Cooper, to be the answer to that equation. Let's take a look at the lineup that John Massarelli has in store for us tonight. Kansas City at 19 and 25. Leading off is the left fielder, Starlin Rodriguez. Tyler Massey will bat second. He's the center fielder. Jake Blackwood bats third. He's at first base. The cleanup batter and serving as the designated hitter is Anthony Gallus. Vladimir Frias will bat fifth. He's the shortstop, as Brandon Tierney, the third baseman, bats sixth. Batting seventh, the second baseman is Brett Wiley. Dalton Wheat, the young right fielder, will bat eighth. And catching tonight is the rookie Tyler Moore. Rodriguez, Massey, Blackwood, Gallus, Frias, Tierney, Wiley, Wheat, Moore for Kansas City, as Jordan Cooper gets the start for the T-Bones. On the other side, Sioux Falls at 15 and 27. This is what their defense looks like tonight. We'll talk about their offense in the bottom of the first inning. Defensively for the Canaries, Michael Pear does the catching, Guillen at third, Schmidt at short, Perez at second, Bergen at first, and the outfielders left to right, Monger, Chapman, Linares. Pretty much the same defense we saw last night by the skipper Patterson. Home plate umpire Trent Delmont, Zach Richardson, the first base umpire, and Kurt Brennan, the crew chief, is at the third base spot here tonight. Kansas City with the black tops, red numbers, gray pants. The Canaries with the home uniforms, white tops, white pants, blue hats, blue lettering. Kansas City trying to win the second consecutive game of the series, win that third consecutive series, and the first pitch of the game is a fastball at 88 for a called strike. Starting pitcher tonight for the Canaries, it is Stephen Bouyer. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Bouyer misses a bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bouyer, one of the better starters for this club, 1-4 record, but a 4.01 ERA. This was his 8th start of the season. He has been pretty consistent. Here's a high pop-up that'll reach the seats, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouyer, 42 innings, has allowed 36 hits, 19 earned runs. He's walked 15, struck out 28. Batters are batting .232 on the season against the right-hander Stephen Bouyer. Starlin Rodriguez, .232 hitter, couple of homers, 10 RBIs. Back in the leadoff spot after batting 5th last night. 1-2 pitch, ground ball to third. It's a fair ball. Barehanded play by Guillen, and safe at first base on the infield single. Kind of a very slow, elaborate, safe sign at first base with the first base umpire, Zach Richardson. A fine defensive play by Guillen at third. He had a barehanded, as it stayed just fair beyond the bag at third, but the barehanded play not enough. An infield single for Kansas City. And last night with Rodriguez not getting a hit, except for that one triple that came in the 8th inning, he does get a hit here tonight, right out of the gate. So leadoff base runner for Kansas City, and up comes the speedster and the good offensive contributor, the center fielder, Tyler Massey. Tyler batting .299 in his first year in Kansas City. Another left-handed hitter for the T-Bones against the right-hander Bouyer. Snap throw to first. Rodriguez dives back safely. No score, just underway. We are in the low 90s today, but the heat index will be over 100 throughout the course, at least for the first few innings, as the sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky. Another snap throw to first, and easily back is Rodriguez. Last night, Kansas City starting pitcher Josh Tolles went 5 innings, allowed 2 runs. He factored into the win for Kansas City. Back of the bullpen, able to slam the door, win the game for KC. First pitch to Massey is a called strike, and the count's 0-1. Booyer, a 4-pitch starter, uses 4 different pitches. He will live and die with the fastball, as most starters do. It is a 4-seam fastball. That will last one at 89 miles an hour. Middle of the infield and double play depth. The outfield straight away. The 0-1 pitch caught the inside corner, according to Trent Delmont, and the count's 0-2. So very quickly after the infield single, Booyer gets ahead of a dangerous hitter. No balls, 2 strikes. Massey with 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. The wind is shifting out toward right tonight. It was blowing in last night, so an already offensive-minded ballpark will definitely be more offensive-minded tonight. Fastball missing high, 1-2. Jordan Cooper versus Steuven Booyer. That's your 2 starters for tonight. Each one of them will look to go 7 innings, keep their bullpen from having to factor too much into the game. Last night, neither starter going as long as they would have liked. Runner goes, 1-2 pitch and a high fly ball, center field. Back goes Chapman, still on the run, going to the warning track, and he makes the catch at the wall. The ball just kept carrying. It looked like off the bat it was going to be a routine fly ball for Massey, but it just kept carrying all the way to the wall. And Chapman was able to run it down. He ran about a good 90 feet, and running all the way back to the warning track, puts his glove over his head and able to make the catch. So the first out is made. Back to first base goes Rodriguez, and now 1-on-1 out for Jake Blackwood. So Blackwood, who had a big offensive night last night, Blackwood with a 2-hit performance or a 3-hit performance last night. He singled in the first inning, also doubled in the second inning. He's really starting to turn his season around. Takes a changeup and a strike. Blackwood batting .283 now, 7 home runs, 37 RBIs. Runner at first, Rodriguez reaching on an infield single to start the game. He is still at first with 1 out. Blackwood trying to move him around. Another throw at first. You can just tell that Steuven Booyer does not like runners on base. He is really putting a ton of emphasis, a lot of his attention over at the first base bag with Rodriguez over there. Rodriguez, obviously a threat to steal. But you don't want to be too aggressive with Blackwood at the plate. He is not running. It was a fake run by Rodriguez, and Blackwood takes it high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Blackwood. That last pitch at 89 miles an hour is a 4-seam fastball high. Dave Shaw back at third base for Kansas City coaching tonight. John West over in the shade at first base. Already some shadows overtaking the right side of the infield. Everybody else is in the sun. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner stays home, and the pitch is fouled straight back. 1-2. Jake Blackwood is at the plate, trying to give Kansas City their second hit in the first inning. Looking in, there goes Rodriguez. The pitch is high, throw to second base, offline, into shallow right field. Rodriguez is going to try to go to third, and he does. Boy, Rodriguez was ultra aggressive. The ball went about 10 feet to the right of the second base bag. There should have been no chance for Rodriguez to go to third, and he does it anyway, and Kansas City has a runner 90 feet away from the lead. So a stolen base for Rodriguez, and then he goes to third on the pitch or the throw that got about 5 feet away from the second baseman. So Kansas City in the first inning, 90 feet away from taking the first lead of the game. And a good RBI contributor at the plate to take full advantage of it. 37 RBIs on the year. Looking for number 38 right here. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, and he popped him up. On the right side in foul territory, it will get into the seats. That is a break for Blackwood. It's a break for Kansas City. Runner third, Rodriguez. Once again, the ball has yet to leave the infield, and Kansas City has gone a runner from first, stole second, advanced to third on a low throw. Now can Blackwood and Kansas City take advantage? Ball 3 and a fastball, and the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. A very long top half of the first inning. Only 3 batters have come to the plate. Stephen Booyer trying to get his defense to help him out here a little bit. The infield on the corners are in for a play at the plate. They will try to keep that run from scoring. The middle of the infield will allow the run to get the second out of the game. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball off the glove of the pitcher. Rodriguez thought about going, has to stop, and Blackwood cannot get the job done. It's the second out of the inning. That's a big break right there for Sioux Falls. Stephen Booyer just kind of slapping his glove out there. And Blackwood hit it right back to the pitcher on one hop, and Kansas City, at least for now, with a runner 90 feet away, cannot take advantage of the error. Now it'll come up to a 2-out opportunity for Kansas City's Anthony Gallus. Gallus hit his 8th home run of the season last night in the second inning, or make that the third inning. It was with 2 outs in the inning, and he hit a laser shot to left field. The pitch on the way. Breaking ball is a strike, and the count's 0-1. No score, top of the first. Game 2 of 3 on this road trip. Road trip will conclude tomorrow night, a 7:05 first pitch. Gallus trying to come through for Kansas City with 2 outs and a big swing and a miss on a changeup, and he is behind in the count 0-2. So Booyer really 1 pitch away from getting out of this situation that was looking like a run all over it for Kansas City. Gallus just batting .220. He does have 19 RBIs. Coming Seth, the 0-2 pitch, and the fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was exactly where the catcher, Michael Pear, wanted it. Trent Delmont was not fooled with the execution. Catcher was setting up outside, and the pitcher hit the target. Another 2-strike pitch on the way from the right-hander. It's a high pop-up. Shallow right field should do it. Linares coming in, and the inning is over. So Kansas City had a runner at third base and only 1 out with the 3 and 4 hitters up. But Kansas City cannot take advantage of the error by Sioux Falls. After half of an inning, Kansas City 0. The Canaries coming up on the other side of the break. You're listening to the T-Bones on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com. Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Bottom of the first inning, Nathan Moore back with you. No score as we are in Sioux Falls for the second game of the series. Bottom of the first inning, here's the lineup for the Canaries. Leading off, the shortstop Blake Schmidt. Darwin Perez, the second baseman, will bat second. Batting third is the designated hitter Jake Taylor. David Bergen, the cleanup hitter, is at first base as Osni Guillen, the third baseman, will bat fifth. Here's the first pitch, grounded to short. Frias has it, deep left, throws to first, and they got him at first. What a play by Vladimir Frias as he throws it from shallow left field. This will cause the skipper Patterson to come over about 15 feet and voice his displeasure with Richardson at first base. But the first pitch of the game is a ground ball to shallow left field, and Frias sets his feet and chucks it a good 110 feet away and gets the out at first base. So Kansas City gets a nice start on the defensive end. The rest of the lineup in right field is J.C. Linares. He'll bat sixth. Michael Pear, the catcher, bats seventh. As the left fielder in the eighth spot, Cameron Monger. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Ethan Chapman. So that is Schmidt, Perez, Taylor, Bergen, Guillen, Linares, Pear, Monger, Chapman, as they will face off against Jordan Cooper. Jordan Cooper, 2-2 record, 4.80 earned run average. Ninth start of the year. He's pitched 45 innings, which is the most on the team. He's allowed 50 hits, 24 earned runs. He's walked 16, struck out 21. And batters are batting .286. Cooper started off with 6 phenomenal starts. The last 2 has been a little rocky for the right-hander as he tries to find his rhythm again. 1-1 pitch, slider caught the inside corner, and the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Darwin Perez. One ball, 2 strikes. Cooper looking for a quick, efficient first inning. Right-hander versus the left-handed second baseman. Way inside. If Perez doesn't jump out of the way, that would have been a hit by pitch. Second baseman Darwin Perez. 2 balls, 2 strikes on him. Committed a big, costly error last night in the first inning. That resulted in a run. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the pitcher. Cooper has it on 1 hop. He will underhand flip it to first. And very quickly, Cooper has 2 up, 2 down in the first inning. So a good start for the right-handed starter. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Jake Taylor. Jake Taylor, it would be easier to say the teams he has not played for in the American Association compared to the teams he has not. Or the teams that he has played for. He has played with a lot of teams. He was on the Kansas City roster for a brief moment in time last year before the season started, before he was traded away to Joplin. Hit his 4th home run of the year last night. That came in the 8th inning. Pulled the Canaries within a run. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch from Cooper is right at the knees. Fastball to 87 makes the count 1 ball, 1 strike. First baseman David Bergen will follow. Kansas City looking for a quick, efficient first inning after a long, laborious top of the first inning. Big curveball, and it's fouled away. Hit the face mask of the catcher Moore, and the count's 1-2. Defensively for Kansas City, the outfielders left to right, Rodriguez, Massey, and Wheat. Tierney at third, Frias at short, Wiley at second, Blackwood at first, and the catcher is the youngster Tyler Moore. Brian Airy had 3 hits last night in the catching position. He raised his average all the way to .241. He was batting .160, so he added 80 points to his mark last night, but he is not in the lineup today. High pop-up, foul territory. Blackwood calling for it. He has dropped it. Yeah, he was concerned about hitting the fence on the right side. He had about 5 feet of room. He had a ton of room. and just kind of put his glove way up into the air, and it hit the tip of the glove and went into the seats. So he is upset with himself as he stares into the ground. Over there at first base, Jake Taylor will get another opportunity, and Cooper will have to throw another pitch. This one is way outside, so that dropped pop-up will cost a couple of extra pitches by Jordan Cooper. Hopefully it does not result in a base runner or anything of that sort. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind and fire from Cooper. Tried to check his swing, and he did, according to Richardson, and the count goes to 1-2 to 3-2. Obviously, every single extra pitch in this inning will be on the shoulders of the first baseman, Blackwood. Jake Taylor stepping back into the batter's box. Cooper winds and fires. Ground ball to third. Tierney had it, go under his glove into left field. Boy, all of a sudden, Kansas City can't play defense in the first inning. A dropped pop-up, what would have been a perfect 1-2-3 inning. And now a ground ball to third, and Brandon Tierney just simply olayed it. Didn't even put a glove on it. They're going to rule that an E5. So Jake Taylor is aboard, and Jordan Cooper is going to have to waste a lot of extra pitches now with his defense not catching it and not fielding the baseball all of a sudden with 2 outs and the bases empty in the scoreless first inning. So a very good, strong start by the starting pitcher. Now all of a sudden the Kansas City defense is not really shutting the door. First pitch strike to Bergen, and the count is 0-1. We've talked about this defense a lot this year. That was the 41st error charged to the T-Bones defense. They are slowly but surely heading toward the very, very bottom of the league in overall defense. Not a place where they want to be. The 0-1 pitch is way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. But the errors, once again, listening back at home, the errors don't just hurt the defender. Boy, it puts a ton of pressure on a pitcher. We're already seeing the effects. 6 extra pitches alone so far for Jordan Cooper. Big breaking ball, swung on and missed, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, even if Cooper gets Bergen here, those 6-7 extra pitches may limit him a whole inning toward the end of this game because of a couple of plays that should have been made. Not only that, but also additional breaking ball pitches are shown in the first inning. That's something a pitcher would like to harness until the later stages. Now a wild pitch gets away from Tyler Moore, and this inning has just become a cluster for Kansas City. A dropped pop-up, an E5, and now a wild pitch, all with 2 outs. And David Bergen has the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is where an opportunity where Sioux Falls wants to take full advantage of Kansas City trying their hardest to give a run away. Kansas City had a similar opportunity at the top of the first inning. They did not capitalize. 2-2 pitch, outside ball 3, 3-2. So the pitches continue to be wasted by Jordan Cooper. Defense, for the most part, just looking down into the ground. Bad body language here in the first inning. No score, bottom of the first, 25 minutes into the game. 3-2 pitch and a high pop-up to the right side. This time it will get into the seats, and the count stays 3-2. Wind is howling out toward right field. You've got the leading home run hitter at the plate at the time. 6 home runs for Bergen, 28 RBIs. He also leads the team in that department. Another 3-2 pitch from Cooper is on the way. Fly ball to right, pretty well struck. Back it goes to the wall and gone. Wouldn't you know it? You don't play defense. The pitcher has to waste 10 more pitches. And with 2 errors practically back-to-back, it's a 2-0 lead. You just can't win games if your defense struggles as bad as Kansas City's right now. It's not hard. It's not easy to do. So the 7th home run of the year comes, and now Jordan Cooper has wasted 12 pitches based on the dropped pop-up by Blackwood and the E5 by Tierney. So the bleeding continues just to explode here in the first inning. 2-0 Sioux Falls on one hit. Unfortunately, it was a 2-out, 2-run home run. And to continue to reel it in, it should have never happened. Now the third baseman, Osni Guillen, will step up. And the first pitch from Cooper is on the way. Shows a bunt and fouls it off. 0-1. Kansas City has found everything possible to try to put themselves in a hole in the first inning. In the first inning, Kansas City had a runner at third base and only one out. They did not score the run. And wouldn't you know, in the bottom of the first inning, they give away 2. It all starts with defense. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The game began with a great defensive play by Frias, followed by a good defensive play by Cooper, so 2 up, 2 down. And then on a 1-2 pitch, a routine pop-up in foul territory, Blackwood had a mile of room between him and the seats, and he just dropped it. It extended the inning, and then the next batter, of course, hits a 2-run home run, and now the flyout has finally been recorded. Kansas City gives away 2. Can't script it any better than that. We head to the second, 2-0 Sioux Falls on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the second inning. Kansas City falling behind 2-0 after the first inning. Nathan Moore back with you live at the Birdcage in South Dakota, the home of the Sioux Falls Canaries. In the second inning, 5, 6, 7 hitters, Vladimir Frias, Brandon Tierney, and Brett Wiley will come to the plate. The first inning is gone. It's over. You can't rehash it. You can't continue to dwell on it. Now the T-Bones have got to win the next 8 innings. They need to find a way to forget about that nightmare of a first inning, both on an offensive side as a defensive side. They just need to wash it away and go to work. A long time to go before this game will be over, and you can pretty much assume the final score will not be 2-0. So now how will the T-Bones respond? Will they just roll over and take it, or will they fight back here in the early stages of the game? Frias taking all the way, and it's a ball inside. 89-mile-per-hour fastball from Stephen Booyer. Booyer allowed a leadoff infield single in the first. Then a stolen base and a throwing error allowed Rodriguez to go to third. Here's a line drive in a center, leadoff single for Frias. So that's a good way to forget about the first inning. A leadoff single by Vladimir Frias. Frias was put into the leadoff spot last night for Kansas City. Kind of a shakeup of the lineup by John Massarelli. He typically has been, at least the last week or so, batting in the 5 spot. Maz tried to shake things up, moving him and Rodriguez last night, switching roles. It didn't work, at least not to Maz's perspective, because those 2 roles have flipped backwards to where they are. So Rodriguez had a leadoff single in the first, and now Frias has a leadoff single in the second. That'll bring up the third baseman, Brandon Tierney, who had an error on the defensive side last half inning. He's batting .316. And Booyer, once again, if you can remember from the first inning, does not like base runners as he throws one away immediately over to first base. 2-0 Canaries. We're in the second, game 2 of 3. Last night a 7-5 T-Bones win. They've won their third consecutive series opener. Ground ball into left field. That's a hit. So back-to-back hits for Kansas City in the second inning. One by Frias, now one by Tierney. Kansas City has out-hit the Canaries 3-1. So a really good start on the offensive spectrum in the second. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Brett Wiley. Wiley hit a 3-run shot last night that came into the 8th inning, and it was a big home run. Boy, was it ever, because Kansas City needed every bit of that 3-run home run to win last night. They would win 7-5. At the time, it looked like it was just going to put the game to bed. It was 7-3 at that particular point. But the Canaries would add 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mark Haynes would then pitch a perfect scoreless 9th. And the Canaries would lose for the first time in 3 games. Booyer looks back at second, nobody holding Frias, and he walks back on his own ability to the bag. This defense of the Canaries usually shifts their outfield, in particular Chapman. The center fielder has always been shifted more toward right. There is a ton of room in left center. First pitch to Wiley is a fastball outside. Kansas City, a base hit away from cutting the deficit in half, an extra base hit from tying it. Or Wiley, who has hit 3 home runs this year, if he sends one over the fence again, could give Kansas City the lead. Back-to-back hits in inning number 2. It's a 2-0 lead for the Canaries. Booyer comes set, still looking at the runners. And the 1-0 pitch is taken outside for a ball. It's 2-0. The wind continues to howl out toward right field. I've said it once, I'll say it a million more times. This is a hitter's ballpark. It's hard to hit it straight away center field. It's 410 feet away. However, it's also 30 to 35 feet tall with the wall. 2-0 pitch is high. Fastball at 88, and Wiley has the count 3-0. So Booyer, after getting 2 runs to pitch with, after pitching a scoreless first inning, is about 1 pitch away from loading the bases with nobody out. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and it stays high, ball 4. So 2 singles and a walk, and the T-Bones have the bases loaded, nobody out here in the second inning. So talk about Sioux Falls putting Kansas City back into the driver's seat for a moment. And really, honestly, there's not many better players at the plate right now or consistently that you'd want at the plate compared to the guy you have right here. Dalton Wheat is coming to the plate. He is batting .375 with 13 RBIs. He had an RBI last night with 2 outs in the 8th inning. And you talk about a hitter who is locked in at the plate. Kansas City's Dalton Wheat has 18 hits and 48 at-bats. So he has had a very good immediate impression on the Kansas City coaching staff, and he's pretty much taken over as the everyday right fielder, especially when Kansas City put Robbie Kuzdel on waivers last week. He pretty much became a starting outfielder, and he has taken full advantage of that role. First pitch on the way. Wheat taking a strike at 89 at the knees, and the count's 0-1. Frias at third, Tierney at second, and over at first base is Brett Wiley. Kansas City has the bases loaded, nobody out. We're in the second. 2-0 lead for Sioux Falls, game 2 of the series. Stephen Booyer, the right-handed starting pitcher, trying to get through a rocky second inning. He looks in, the 0-1 pitch on the way, and Dalton Wheat takes a strike on the inside corner. He didn't like the call, and all of a sudden the young rookie right fielder is behind in the count 0-2. The Canaries would gladly give up a run to turn a double play. Right now they are needing outs. Kansas City is trying not to make that first out right here. We'd like to see Wheat get a hold of one. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball foul, wide pass first. It will hit the bleachers and into shallow right field where Linares has to come and pick it up. Last night, Kansas City got into the bullpen of the Canaries in the 6th inning, and they really had to force the Canaries to throw some of their better relievers out of the game. We saw Dylan Thompson last night give up his first run of the year, so we've already seen him pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch again. Ground ball to second. This will be a tough double play. Out at second, back to first, not in time. A run will score. It's now 2-1. Dalton Wheat has pretty good speed, and the ball wasn't hit all that sharply. So it is a 4-6 fielder's choice, an RBI for Dalton Wheat. In to score is Frias. Brandon Tierney goes to third. Wiley is out at second base, and now runners on the corners. And up comes another rookie, Tyler Moore. Puts the ball into the air to the outfield. Kansas City more than likely will tie the game. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now it is runners on the corners, one out with a run already in. So talking about forgetting about the first inning, this is a perfect way to do it. Even more so if Kansas City can take even more advantage of Stephen Booyer in the second frame. Tyler Moore batting 176, and a snap throw over to first is not in time as Wheat is back in safely. When we talk about the speed of Dalton Wheat, he is a batter that has a stolen base attempt. He is 0 for 2 when attempting stolen bases. He was thrown out last night. Line drive back to the pitcher, and Dalton Wheat will be hung off of first base. It's a line-out double play. So Tyler Moore lines back to the pitcher, and then Booyer goes back to first. Dalton Wheat doubled off of first base. Kansas City, who had the bases loaded, nobody out, only scores one, but at least cut into the deficit. We head to the bottom of the second. 2-1 lead for the Canaries on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
We head to the bottom of the second inning. Nathan Moore back with you. 2-1 lead for the Canaries. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up against Jordan Cooper in the inning. And the 1-0 pitch to Linares is a called strike. J.C. Linares batting .212, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Canaries with 2 in the first. Kansas City coming back with 1 in the second. The T-Bones had the bases loaded, nobody out, and only scored 1 in the inning. A Dalton Wheat grounder, fielder's choice for an RBI, and then Dalton Wheat was lined and doubled off of first base on a line drive off the bat of Tyler Moore. So Kansas City loading the bases, but only scoring 1 with nobody out, so that was a tough inning to swallow. And now Linares hits one a mile into the air. Left field. Back it goes. Warning track to the wall. Starlin Rodriguez hits the wall. No sign yet. And now Kurt Brennan says he caught the baseball. He is out. Jordan Cooper just staring into the air. It was a long sigh of relief for the young right-handed starting pitcher. Starlin Rodriguez was running back. He hit the wall, fell to the ground. And Kurt Brennan had ran out in a shallow left field before finally calling that the catch was made. So out number 1 in the second, 1 up, 1 down for the catcher, Michael Pear. But it looks like right now if you put the ball into the air, the ball is absolutely going to travel here tonight. 1 run on 3 hits, Kansas City. 2 runs on 1 hit, Canaries, and another fly ball deep center field. Massey on the run, sets up in front of the warning track and makes the catch. And very quickly, 2 up, 2 down in the second inning. Something very similar to what Jordan Cooper had working for him in the first inning. He had 2 quick outs before the defense just stopped working. A couple of defensive miscues that opened the door for 2 unearned runs in the first inning. And now Jordan Cooper trying to get right back into it, needing a fast, efficient second inning to get that pitch count back down to more respectable numbers. 2 up, 2 down, and up comes the left fielder Cameron Monger, who did not play last night. Takes a fastball a little bit high, and the count is 1-0. The T-Bones have 1 more game on the road, then T-Bones will play 3 games against Sioux City, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, an off day on Sunday before Kansas City begins a 10-game road trip. That pitch was an inside strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Monger trying to extend the inning. Cooper trying to get the game into the third inning. 1-1 pitch. Good breaking ball for a strike. And the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I would say this is a pretty big inning for Jordan Cooper just to get his pitch count back to more respectable numbers, get that offense back up there to work. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Got him swinging, and the inning is over. So Jordan Cooper gets back to perfection here in inning number 2. We head to the third. Kansas City trailing the game at the moment, 2-1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Nathan Moore back with you as we head to the Third inning, Kansas City looking to get back in front of the game. That's 2-1 lead for the Canaries. Top of the order, Starlin Rodriguez, Tyler Massey, Jake Blackwood, the three scheduled hitters in inning number 3. Rodriguez singled and stole a base in the first inning. He was stranded at third base to end the inning. 0-1 pitch, swings at a pitch that literally bounces in front of the plate, rolls all the way to the backstop. Rodriguez is down in the count 0-2. Starlin Rodriguez trying to get on base for the second consecutive time tonight. Kansas City looking for hit number 4. Fastball stays high, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kansas City a run in the second. Sioux Falls 2 in the first. Kansas City probably very upset with themselves that they do not lead this game by a wide margin. This curveball stays down and inside, and the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kansas City in the first inning had a runner at third base and 1 out. They did not score. In the second inning, the T-Bones had the bases loaded, nobody out, and they scored 2. Rodriguez, a solid base hit into left field. He is 2 for 2 to start the game tonight. As a solid base hit into left field, right in between the left side of the infield. And that'll bring up Tyler Massey. Center fielder is 0 for 1. Massey, somewhat, if you want to say, has struggled the last 3 or 4 games, but he is still a very dangerous hitter. Still batting a very good .299. Good power numbers, good extra base hitter. He doubled last night, almost driving in a run. Kansas City had Brian Erie thrown out at the plate, trying to go first to home on that double. First pitch, fastball strike. The count's 0-1. Kansas City already 4 hits in the game off of the right-handed starter, Stephen Booyer. Booyer once again coming into tonight more of the more consistent starting pitchers for the Canaries. Rodriguez was leaning towards second. That prompted a throw, and the throw a little bit late as Rodriguez dives back safely. Top of the third inning, 2-1 Canaries with the lead. Kansas City with a 7-5 win last night on the first game of the series. Rodriguez a pretty good size lead over at first. He is a stolen base candidate. They were pitching out. Good decision for Rodriguez not to go. And the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out. 2, 3, 4 hitters to come. Outfield shift again, ton of room in left center. Runner not going, 1-1 pitch is a high fastball above the hands of Massey, and he fouls it away, straight back. And the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count. Tyler Massey trying to move a runner around. At least move Rodriguez into scoring position. Booyer coming set. There goes Rodriguez. 1-2 pitch, the strikeout. The throw to second base, into center field. Rodriguez gets up, trying to go to third. The throw in from center is offline at third. And Rodriguez will stop there. For the second time in 3 innings, Rodriguez steals a base and then moves up 90 feet on a throwing error. So another E2. That is 2 errors by the catcher tonight on Michael Pear. Kansas City has a runner at third base and 1 out as Tyler Massey is the first strikeout victim of the night on Stephen Booyer. So 1 strikeout in the game. So a strike him out steal. Now a runner at third base again for Blackwood. Blackwood had the same opportunity in the first inning. Runner at third base, 1 out. Blackwood grounded right back to the pitcher. So Blackwood and Gallus both will come up in this third inning, trying to at least tie the game for Kansas City. They trail 2-1 in the third. Blackwood leads the team, 37 RBIs. He's in an RBI spot. Here's the pitch. Way inside, gets away from the catcher. It's a pass ball, and the T-Bones tie the game. So Blackwood doesn't even need to swing the bat here in this inning. And the Canaries give away a run to Kansas City here in inning number 3. So a leadoff single, a stolen base, a throwing error, and a passed ball, and all of a sudden Kansas City has tied the game in the third. It's now 2-2. And now Jake Blackwood will look to just reset the table for the offense as the game is now reset to 2-2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Blackwood takes a curveball in the dirt, and the count is 2-0. So each team kind of having the yips in regards to defense. Both have had their difficulty fielding the baseball, throwing the baseball, and blocking it. Here comes the 2-0 pitch and a high pop-up that will head straight back about 5 feet in front of me into the press box area and then head into the second level as the count's now 2 balls and a strike. Once again, another place where the fans really don't get all that excited for a foul ball into the seats. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jake Blackwood. Here comes the pitch. A high pop-up, shallow right field, Linares coming in. He is looking up, makes the catch, out number 2. That would have been deep enough for a sacrifice fly. It wasn't needed, and now 2 outs, bases empty for the cleanup hitter, Anthony Gallus. So the T-Bones, after a very, very, very rocky first inning, trying to put that first inning behind them, they have now scored in back-to-back innings. They have pulled themselves back to a tie. And now Kansas City looking for more than just a tie as they look to possibly take their first lead of the game. Anthony Gallus 0 for 1 with a fly ball out. Breaking ball strike, and the count's 0-1. One strike on the designated hitter, Anthony Gallus. Big swing and a miss at a pitch that was in the dirt, and the count is 0-2. That was an off-speed pitch at 78 miles an hour. We talked about it last night that it is a tradition here at the Birdcage that every strikeout by a pitching member for the Canaries, they will put up a big 6x10 strikeout signal that goes behind home plate. They have added one here in the inning. The only one that the Canaries have recorded is a strikeout to Tyler Massey here in the 3rd inning. On that strikeout, Rodriguez did steal second. He advanced to 3rd on a throwing error, then came in to score on a passed ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. Gallus didn't mean to, but he went around. 2 strikeouts in the inning, but Kansas City takes another run, and as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, it's a new game, 2-2 tie on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. Nathan Moore back with you as the T-Bones have tied the game 2-2 as we go to the third. Jordan Cooper gets a fly ball left center field. Schmidt sending Rodriguez to shallow left center, and he is out. Make that actually Ethan Chapman flies out to left. So 1 up, 1 down in the third. Now Blake Schmidt will come to the plate. Schmidt 0 for 1, grounded out to Frias in the bottom of the first inning on a nice defensive play by Vladimir Frias. Blake Schmidt 0 for 1. Kansas City looking to get another quick inning from Cooper here in the third. First pitch, a slider down and outside for a ball. Schmidt followed by Darwin Perez. KC with a run in the second, run in the third to tie it. Sioux Falls took the lead with 2 in the first. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, Kansas City. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Canaries. Ground ball heading up the middle. Tough play. Fielded by Wiley, but there's no throw anywhere. So an infield single for Blake Schmidt. Hit number 2 for the Canaries and a 1-out base runner for Sioux Falls. So a runner at first, 1 out for the second baseman, Darwin Perez. Perez grounded out to the pitcher, Cooper, in the first inning. Kansas City's Cooper would like to see the same result here in the third inning, a possibility of turning that inning-ending double play. We already saw the aggressiveness of Blake Schmidt on the bases, an aggressive base runner. Yesterday he was thrown out twice trying to go from second to third on his own, once on a late delayed steal that just simply didn't work. They are expecting a bunt. Perez will line it up the middle. It's a base hit into center field. Massey didn't see it and now fields on one big hop. Back-to-back 1-out singles here in the third inning. Frias didn't see it. It was a line drive hitting right at his head. I think maybe if he jumps to the highest possibility, he might have snagged it, but it would have been a difficult play. So it was over his head into center field and back-to-back 1-out singles, and up comes the designated hitter, Jake Taylor. Jake Taylor was at the plate in the first inning. 2 outs, bases empty. He reached courtesy of 2 errors. A dropped pop-up in foul territory by Jake Blackwood. 4 pitches later, a routine ground ball to third, and Brandon Tierney olayed it. Just simply put his glove over the ball and missed the baseball on a routine ground ball to third. He would then get on, and the very next batter, Bergen, would hit a 2-run home run. So 2 errors on the same batter that opened the door for 2 runs to score. Now he is up there again, looking to drive in a run this time. First and second, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third inning, a 2-2 tie. Cooper's 1-0 pitch is a fastball down the middle. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kansas City has threatened to score in all 3 innings. In the first inning, a runner at third, 1 out, didn't score. Bases loaded, nobody out in the second. The T-Bones came away with just 1 run. They did score the 1 run in the third. Big curveball that missed a little bit high, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first base is Darwin Perez. Runner at second base is Blake Schmidt. Both have singled in this inning. Kansas City looking for a double play opportunity. Jake Taylor has the pitch his way, and a big swing and a miss on an 88-mile-per-hour fastball in toward his eyes, and the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strike pitch, and it's a little bit high, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3-2 the count. Runner is not at third base. Runner at first and second. Cooper coming set, looking in, the 3-2 pitch. And he walked him. The pitch just off the outside corner, and the bases are loaded. So 3 consecutive batters have reached with 1 out here in the third inning. So a single, followed by another single, followed by a walk. And the inning just keeps on rolling for the Canaries. So David Bergen, the most dangerous hitter in the order for the Canaries, coming up with the bases loaded and 1 out in the inning. And the pitch, and it hit him. A hit by pitch, and once again, Kansas City cannot script a better way to give away a run. A hit by pitch, RBI, and the game is no longer tied. It is a 3-2 lead. Sioux Falls takes the lead. So 2 singles followed by a walk, followed by a hit by pitch. And Kansas City today is just looking really, really rusty on the defensive end. They are giving away base runner after base runner in this game. Jordan Cooper didn't get any help in the first inning, and now he is not helping himself here in inning number 3. Osni Guillen will come up. The bases are still loaded. Only 1 out in the inning. And a 1 run is already in, courtesy of a RBI hit by pitch here in inning number 3. Now remember, last night Josh Tolles in his first start of the year only went 5 innings. So obviously Kansas City is not expecting to have to go to the bullpen very early in this game. However, Jordan Cooper having some difficulty in this inning, and that might just prompt a little bit quicker action for the Kansas City's pen.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Back to the birdcage. Nathan Moore back with you. Bases loaded. 1 strike, 1 out on Osni Guillen. Jordan Cooper on the mound, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball foul, 0-2. Having a little bit of technical difficulties here in Sioux Falls. Osni Guillen 0 for 1, flew out to center field. Boy, Jordan Cooper could use a double play ball in the worst possible way. 1 run is in the inning. It all started with nobody or 1 out, bases empty. Single walk, and a bases loaded hit by pitch, as Bergen now has all 3 RBIs in the game. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing, ground ball to third. Tierney comes home with it. They get the out there and nobody else. Really no other play. Tierney was coming in. The ball was hit very lightly to third base. So it is a fielder's choice. It goes 5-2. Darwin Perez out at the plate. Taylor goes to third. Bergen goes to second. And Osni Guillen goes up to first. So bases remain loaded, but now 2 outs. It is still just a 3-2 deficit for Kansas City, and Jordan Cooper needs 1 more out in the third inning to keep this game right where it is. It is the right fielder J.C. Linares who is 0 for 1. Linares flied out to left his first time up. It sent Rodriguez all the way to the warning track. In fact, he hit the wall and held onto the baseball on the way to the ground. Pitch on the way, and a fastball strike on the inside corner. A big part of the game right here. Kansas City had just tied the game in the top half of the inning. They tied it at 2. And then 2 walks or 2 free passes in the inning has led to a run without Sioux Falls really earning that run in the inning. And now Jordan Cooper needs to keep this right where it is. A base hit for the Canaries would give them probably a 3-run lead at least. Runners everywhere, nobody to put another one. Cooper ahead of the count, looks in, the 0-1 pitch. It is a strike at the knees, and Linares can't believe it. He thought it was low. From up here it looked low. Tyler Moore was already dropping down to the ground to block it. And Jordan Cooper might have got himself a big break, but he jumps ahead nonetheless. No balls, 2 strikes. The Canaries would hate to see this golden opportunity evade them here in the third. Cooper would love to see it go away. 0-2 pitch, fastball high at 88, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are still loaded. 1 run is in. It's a 3-2 Canary lead. Jordan Cooper working from the stretch, looking for that final out, that final strike of the third. 1-2 pitch, goes to the curveball, and he misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cooper had a couple of pitches to really work with, but that is no longer the possibility. He now has the count 2-2, and you do not want to go a full count. You don't want to see the runners moving on the pitch. This is the 7th batter in the inning that Cooper has faced. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball foul out of play to the right side. Everybody was off and moving. The runners will be off on contact under the premise that there is 2 outs in the inning. So on contact, everybody will be moving. They will try to score on a base hit. Obviously, the runner at first base, Guillen, will look to score on an extra base hit from first. Jordan Cooper hopes the runners have to walk back to the dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cooper looks in the pitch, and another foul ball. This time rolls to the right side. So Cooper has not had an easy, breezeful inning, to say the least. He is now working on his 7th batter of the inning. The bases are loaded. They've been loaded for the most part of this inning. He got the first out right away. Fly ball to left, and then 4 consecutive batters reached. 2 singles, a walk, and a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. That aided to a run. Now another 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. Tierney can just step on the bag. That's what he does, and the inning is over. So the Canaries leave the bases loaded. They do score 1. They do reclaim the lead, but Jordan Cooper escapes major damage in inning number 3. We head to the 4th. The Canaries have a 3-2 lead on the Kansas City T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Nathan Moore back with you live here at Community America Ballpark, but unfortunately we are not back at Community America Ballpark. We are live in South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Kansas City trailing by 1. It's 3-2. Fourth inning we go. Vladimir Frias, Brandon Tierney, Brett Wiley, the scheduled 3 hitters for KC in the inning. And Frias after the first pitch by Stephen Booyer, and fouls it straight back into the seats. Vladimir Frias singled and scored in the second inning. He is 1 for 1. Kansas City tonight has 2 runs on 4 hits. They've committed one big error that costed Kansas City 2 runs. On the other side, the Canaries have had 2 fielding errors, and that has costed 1 run. Deep fly ball to left. If it's fair, it has a chance, and instead, out of nowhere, the left fielder Monger comes running out of nowhere and makes the catch and steals an extra base hit from Vladimir Frias. So Frias tries to go the opposite way, but right there is Cameron Monger. And the first out is made in the 4th inning. This is the first inning tonight where Kansas City did not get the leadoff man aboard. So 1 up, 1 down. Up comes the third baseman, Brandon Tierney. Tierney singled in the second inning. He was left stranded at third base. Kansas City in that second inning had the bases loaded, nobody out, and they only came away with 1 run. Now they are trailing again tonight for the second time. They trailed 2-0 after the first. Then it was 2-1 after the second. Then it was 2-2 after the top of the third inning. But in the bottom of the third inning, the Canaries getting a run on a bases-loaded hit by pitch. And now Kansas City needing another run to take themselves back into the game, to tie the game. Tierney takes a pitch outside, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Last night, Brian Erie was the beer batter of the game, and tonight, Brandon Tierney is the beer batter of the night. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and a foul ball straight back off the top of the screen. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes, and obviously we're getting closer and closer to a potential strikeout. So everybody here at the ballpark at the Birdcage is getting a little bit excited, or more excited, as we get closer and closer to a potential strikeout. Obviously, Tierney would like to disappoint the fans, get on base with a hit. The center fielder, Chapman, is very shallow in center, and he is playing right center. There is a monster hole, about 5 acres of acreage in left center field. Tierney goes to right field, but fouls it away into the seats. That had home run distance, and the count is still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Major League Baseball announced earlier tonight that the Kansas City Royals will have a couple of starters in the All-Star game, not nearly as many as they had last year. Eric Hosmer wins the overall vote-getting at first base as he beats out Miguel Cabrera at first base. Breaking ball, 1-2 pitch down the third base line, trying to barehand it. Guillen can't field it, and Brandon Tierney is going to have a 2-hit game here tonight. Down the third base line, really no chance for Guillen to field it. The only way he had is to possibly barehand it. And Guillen cannot field it properly with the bare hand. It rolled away from him just enough for Brandon Tierney to scoot down to first base. It should be a hit. They have yet to put that on the scoreboard here in this 4th inning. There they do. They put it as a hit. So Brandon Tierney is 2 for 2. He's got him and Rodriguez have 4 out of the 5 hits. As he's got 2 hits back out of the number 6 spot. It'll bring up Brett Wiley. Wiley will take a fastball low, and the count is 1-0. Wiley in the second inning walked on 4 pitches to load the bases up. They wanted no part of Wiley, and then Dalton Wheat came up with a bases-loaded opportunity, hit a ground ball to the second baseman. That would bring in a run. 1-0 pitch, missing inside. Good block by the catcher, Michael Pear, and the count is now 2-0. Runner at first is Brandon Tierney. Kansas City looking for another run. They trail by 1. It's 3-2. We're in the 4th inning. Booyer looking in. He's behind in the count. 2-0 pitch, and it stays high again. Fastball makes it 3-0. So Brett Wiley, for a second consecutive at-bat, has not seen a strike. They're simply staying away from the second baseman, who's batting .285. On top of Eric Hosmer making the All-Star break, of course, you have to imagine that Salvador Perez made the All-Star team. He was voted in as the overall getter at the catching position, so the Royals will have Eric Hosmer and Salvador Perez make the All-Star game. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Wiley takes a strike, and the count goes from 3-0 to 3-2. In other news, in that Major League Baseball's deal in regards to the All-Star game, the entire Cubs infield, first, second, short, and third, was the leading vote getters in the National League All-Star game. So all infielders for the Cubs will start. Runner goes, and Wiley puts a charge into one to deep right center field. And for the second consecutive night, Brett Wiley hits a home run in South Dakota. Kansas City now leads it 4-3 on their 6th hit of the night. Brett Wiley with his 4th homer and RBIs number 16 and 17. And that home run hit the top of the Buffalo Wild Wings restaurant behind right center field. An absolute shot to right center, and Kansas City has their first lead of the game, as Brett Wiley has had some serious success here at the Birdcage. So a one-out infield single by Tierney, and then Booyer fell behind 3-0 on Wiley on a 3-2 pitch. He just absolutely unloads. And Kansas City now leads it 4-3 in inning number 4. And the bases are empty, 1 out for the right fielder Dalton Wheat. So Brett Wiley, have yourself a series so far. The 0-1 pitch, and the breaking ball stays high, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Brett Wiley in the first 2 games of the series has 5 RBIs. He has had a major impact on this road trip. 1-1 pitch. Dalton Wheat slaps one down the left field line. It's a foul ball by about 2 feet. And the count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Kansas City has scored in 3 consecutive innings. They've had base runners on in all 4 innings. And now Dalton Wheat, who already has an RBI in the game, 14 on the season, will look to add to his statistical data here in this inning. Booyer trying to find a way to get out number 2 in the 4th inning. He looks in, the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball down the right field line. It's a fair ball heading into the corner. Linares getting to the ball slowly, but he will keep Dalton Wheat to a long single. So Kansas City with their 3rd hit in the inning. And Dalton Wheat continues to hit for the Kansas City T-Bones. So the 3rd hit of the inning, 3 consecutive hits. In the middle of them, a 2-run home run to right by Brett Wiley, who's just been Mr. All-Around Automatic here of late. So a runner at first base, Dalton Wheat. Bottom of the order, Tyler Moore is at the plate. Tyler Moore with the bases loaded, or checked out, with runners at first and third, 1 out of the 2nd. He lined into an inning-ending double play back to the pitcher. This pitch misses a bit outside. The count is 1-0. Here's a pop foul to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runs are already in. It's a 4-3 lead for Kansas City. T-Bone's looking for another hit in the inning. Tyler Moore looking for his first hit of the game. And the 1-1 pitch. Runner goes down the right field line. It's a foul ball. So Kansas City had a hit and run going with the count 1 ball, 1 strike. There is a little bit of somewhat sad news in regards to the overall All-Star balloting. Lorenzo Cain did not make the All-Star game, did not make the team, nor did he make the reserve. That's somewhat surprising. Carlos Beltran, Ian Desmond, and Mark Trumbo obviously deserving. All players taking over Lorenzo Cain in the reserve department. Ground ball to the left side, might be a double play. Out at second, back to first. High throw, and it gets away from the first baseman. So Tyler Moore is safe at first base. It is a fielder's choice that goes 6-4. Out at second base is Dalton Wheat. The top of the order will roll around again. Sterling Rodriguez is 2 for 2. So, I've been talking about the All-Star game. Here are your American League starters. Catcher Salvador Perez from the Royals. First baseman Eric Hosmer from the Royals. Second baseman Jose Altuve from the Astros. Third baseman Manny Machado from the Orioles. Shortstop Xander Bogaerts from the Red Sox. Outfielders Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr., both of the Red Sox. Mike Trout, and the designated hitter is David Ortiz. Of course, Trout from the Angels, Ortiz again from the Red Sox. The Red Sox sent 4 starters. The Royals sent 2. The Orioles, Astros, and Angels all sent 1 starter. That are the American League starters. Pitch on the way, and it's a bit low to Starlin, and the count is 1-0. Now on the reserves, the catchers Stephen Vogt, Matt Wieters, Miguel Cabrera, Robinson Cano, Josh Donaldson, Francisco Lindor, Eduardo Nunez, Carlos Beltran, Ian Desmond, Mark Trumbo, and Edwin Encarnacion. That's the reserves in the American League. 1-0 pitch and a hit a mile into the air. It's on the infield. It's a high pop-up. Calling for it is the center fielder who comes all the way in to the infield dirt and makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Kansas City gets a 2-run home run from Brett Wiley, and for the first time in the game, we can say the T-Bones have themselves a lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 4-3 Kansas City on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Nathan Moore back with you as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 4-3 lead Kansas City, and the first pitch by Jordan Cooper is a little bit low. Kansas City, with a 2-run home run by Wiley in the top of the inning, has given themselves their only lead of the night. Now it's up to Cooper to keep the lead. 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, and the count's 2-0. He will face the 7-8-9 hitters, Michael Pear, Cameron Monger, and Ethan Chapman, the scheduled 3 hitters in the fourth inning. We are roughly an hour and a half into the game, and we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Somewhat of a slow-moving game to start. 2-0 pitch way outside, and the count is 3-0. Tonight, Jordan Cooper has walked one. He has hit one. Both of those aiding to the run for the Canaries in the third inning. He is on the verge of walking the number 7 hitter. 3-0 pitch, and he throws a strike at 87. 3-1 the count. Obviously, the bottom third of the order. This is the area that Jordan Cooper wants to make his money, make his opportunities quick, but that's not how it's going to be. It's a leadoff walk in the 7th inning. That's the second walk of the game for Cooper. So it's been one of those nights, it seems like, when Kansas City gets something to go their way a little bit, the momentum is shifted immediately back to the other side. Kansas City, 4 runs on 7 hits. They've committed 1 error. The Canaries have got 3 runs on 3 hits. They have committed 2 fielding errors. The Canaries coming into tonight, the worst defensive team in the league. Kansas City only 3 spots above them. Now you have the number 8 hitter, Cameron Monger, who is 0 for 1. He is batting 167. Shows a bunt, pops it up, foul ball into the seats. And the count is 0-1. That ball was in a lady's hands for a brief second. It popped out, rolled down about 4 rows, and a gentleman was going to be nice and give it back to the lady, who just simply didn't care if she got the ball or not. So he will keep it for her own personal keep. And now all of a sudden he gives it to about a 3-year-old kid who comes out of nowhere and takes full advantage of the generosity of the man. So that foul ball exchanging hands 3 times in the process. The 0-1 pitch, a very late delayed swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball at 86 from Jordan Cooper. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kansas City with a 4-3 lead. The T-Bones trying to win their 3rd consecutive series. They will do that if they can win here tonight. If not, they'll be forced to win tomorrow night to make that a reality. Cooper looking in, still looking in. Small lead at first, not running. 0-2 pitch is off the outside corner, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. A really good crowd last night here at the Birdcage, and fairly good crowd again here tonight. The weather now starting to cooperate a little bit more. The sun is slowly starting to fall behind the clouds, so not nearly as hot, not nearly as humid, as Cooper fires over to first again, not in time. Sioux Falls scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Kansas City 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. They've out-hit the Canaries 7-3. 1 on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Good curveball, but missed high, and the count is 2-2. Cooper just doesn't look like he has his best stuff tonight. It looked like he had it early. And I don't know if it was a combination of confidence or maybe over-pitching in the first 2 innings, but he has not kind of showing that he has his best stuff. 2-2 pitch, line drive left field. Rodriguez played him perfectly. He'll run it down and make the catch. Back to first goes the catcher, Michael Pear. That ball was hit pretty hard, pretty sharply, but right to the left fielder, Starlin Rodriguez. So now the first out recorded, and up comes the speedy center fielder, Ethan Chapman, who is 0 for 1. Chapman, another left-handed hitter. He'll face the right-handed starter, Jordan Cooper. Cooper making his 8th start of the year. Making his 9th start of the year. 2-2 record, looking for that elusive 3rd win of the year. Josh Tolles, with 4 wins, leads the team in that department. First pitch is a bit outside. Ethan Chapman, 0 for 1. He flied out to left. Kansas City would love to keep the leadoff man, Blake Schmidt, away from the plate, at least in this inning. That would take a double play to keep that a reality. Off-speed pitch stays high. It's 2-0, and Jordan Cooper in the last 2 innings has not gotten ahead of very many hitters. Obviously, the more you fall behind counts, the easier it is for the opposing offenses to get a more hittable pitch, give them a better chance to reach base. To finish and to conclude the All-Star game speak from a little bit ago, the Royals will also send Wade Davis and Kelvin Herrera to the All-Star game. 2-0 pitch, line drive, hit sharply to the center fielder. Massey backpedals, 2 steps, makes the catch. 4 out, number 2. Back to first base goes Michael Pear. So after the leadoff walk, back-to-back fly ball outs to left and center now. And 2 outs in the 4th inning, and up comes the dangerous shortstop, Blake Schmidt. Not dangerous in regards to power, but regardless of the power, he has very good plate discipline and hits the ball very, very well. A lot of plate coverage, and he shows that with a .380 batting average, and we're not talking about maybe 10 or 20 at-bats .380. We're talking about an everyday starter at .380, so he has really hit the ball well. Runner at first base. There's 2 outs in the 4th inning. We will have an All-Star game again this year in the American Association. It will be played in St. Paul this year. It'll be played in August. There's a strike, and the count is 0-1 on Blake Schmidt. Schmidt grounded out in the bottom of the 1st inning on a nice defensive play by Frias. He threw the ball from shallow left field. Schmidt argued for a good while, but obviously no decision was overturned. Cooper trying to have a scoreless 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Tyler Moore scoops it. The count's 1-1. Tomorrow night, Kansas City will throw out Mike Kickham. Mike Kickham has pitched 12 innings. He's allowed just 2 earned runs. In 2 starts, he has a 1.50 ERA. He has been a very, very good starting pitcher picked up by Kansas City. He'll make start number 3 tomorrow night. 1-1 pitch, gets away from the catcher all the way back to the dugout, already at second base. Pear rounding second. He will stop there. And it counts 2 balls and a strike, and that wild pitch moves a runner into scoring position. No inning tonight has been easy for either side. Cooper in the 1st inning faced 5 batters, faced only 3 in the 2nd. Cooper faced 7 in the 3rd, and he is now facing his 4th here in the 4th inning. His pitch count is starting to get up there. Obviously, in the 4th inning, you'd like to see your pitch count around 50. He is nearing 70. 2-1 pitch, ground ball up the middle. Wiley is there, fields a tough one-hopper at the plate, or at the bag at second, and throws out Blake Schmidt. So a leadoff walk doesn't hurt Cooper in the 4th inning. We head to the 5th inning, and Kansas City still has the lead. It's now 4-3 KC on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance. At Community America, we're redefining wealth.
It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
In the fifth inning, Tyler Massey will lead off for Kansas City. Tyler Massey, Jake Blackwood, Anthony Gallas, 3, 4, 5 hitters up against Stephen Booyer. Booyer has allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. Kansas City trying to add to their lead as we get deeper into the game. First pitch, curveball, and Massey fouls it off. Didn't mean to go around, but he did. Massey in the game is 0 for 2. He struck out once. He's also flied out to center. Tyler Massey looking for his first hit of the night. Stephen Booyer looking for his quickest inning of the night. He has not faced fewer than 4 batters in an inning tonight. 0-1 pitch, foul ball, straight back, heading my way, and right off of the seats, right off the staircase in front of the press box, and the count is 0-2. Two, 3, 4 hitters. Kansas City against the starting right-hander Stephen Booyer. Sioux Falls took the lead in the first inning, reclaimed the lead in the third. Kansas City took the lead for good so far in the fourth inning and looking to build upon that. I would say it's very safe to assume that the final score will not be 4-3. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Should be a playable ball for Perez. He has it. And the throw to first is in time. 1 up, 1 down in inning number 5. That will bring up the first baseman, Blackwood. Blackwood is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to the pitcher. He's also flying out to deep right field. Blackwood last night with 3 hits. Including a double. And a double and a single, both of those coming with 2 outs in an inning. So he had a lot of success with 2 outs in innings. And the pitch on the way. Big breaking ball for a strike. And the count's 0-1 on Blackwood. Blackwood leads the team with 37 RBIs. He is second on the team in home runs. 283 mark is getting up there for him. See if Kansas City can get something churning here in inning number 5. 1 out, bases are empty in the inning. And the 1-1 pitch is a bit high. Two balls, 1 strike. We're in the 5th inning. Kansas City leads by 1. It's 4-3. The T-Bones have out-hit the Canaries 7-3 in the game. And the 2-1 pitch is a hot shot, right center field, dropping quickly. Everybody coming in. It's the center fielder Chapman who makes the catch. And 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th. Still no action to the bullpen for Kansas City. There is no action to the bullpen for Sioux Falls. See if Kansas City can get themselves a 2-out base runner by the likes of Anthony Gallas. Gallas has seen his average tumble to 220. And he hammers this one to deep left center field. Back goes Monger to the warning track. He's down to a knee, slams into the ground, and holds onto the baseball as Gallas is 0 for 3. Oh, he hit it hard right into the left center field alleyway, but a good stretch by Monger and a diving play able to hold on to the baseball, and the inning is over. Kansas City goes down 1-2-3 in the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Kansas City leads it 4-3.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Ground ball to second. Brett Wiley with a nice defensive play to begin the fifth inning. Darwin Perez is out on a 4-3 putout. That's how the fifth inning begins for Jordan Cooper. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up the number 3 batter, the designated hitter, Jake Taylor. Taylor, 0 for 1, reached on an E5 in the first inning, turned around to score. He has also walked in the game. So he has been on base both times. Kansas City leading 4-3 in the bottom of the fifth inning, game 2 of a 3-game series. And the first pitch is a little bit outside. And the pitch is a bit high, 2-0. 2-0, the count on Jake Taylor. Cooper from the windup and the pitch. And there's a strike, 84-mile-per-hour fastball, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. The Royals have lost again in Toronto. Strike on the inside corner, 2-2, the third consecutive loss for the Royals. Meanwhile, the Kansas City T-Bones are looking for their second consecutive win here tonight. 2-2 pitch on the way, and Taylor takes the ball outside. Full count, 3-2. Kansas City leading 4-3, bottom of the fifth inning. Jordan Cooper with the start. Josh Tolles won last night. T-Bones 7-5 win in game 1. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball foul at a player to the right side. Three-two pitch. Breaking ball. Got him swinging. A pitch kind of hung up in the zone a little bit, but some good wicked action. And just the second strikeout of the night for Cooper. 2 up, 2 down in the fifth inning. And that'll bring up the first baseman, David Bergen. Bergen has all 3 RBIs in the game. He had a 2-run, 2-out home run in the first inning. And he had an RBI hit by pitch in the third inning. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Ground ball third, but just fouled just a little bit. Tierney throws it over to first. Blackwood never saw it and took one into the knee. But Brandon Tierney was not giving up on the play. Blackwood had no idea the defender was still throwing the ball, and the batter had never left home plate. So Bergen kind of lazy there, just didn't ever move. It was a very close play. Brandon, the third base umpire, called it foul, and Tierney already in the act of throwing. 2 strikes on David Bergen. Jordan Cooper looking for a perfect 5th inning. And he'll get it. Called third strike on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts in the 5th. Strikeouts number 3 on the game. And we head to the 6th inning. Kansas City with the lead. Back after this, the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
We head to the 6th inning. Kansas City with a 4-3 lead. Nathan Moore back with you here at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Frias, Tierney, Wiley, 5, 6, 7 hitters. Back out of the mound to Stephen Booyer. Starting pitcher entering his 6th inning of work. There is some light stretching on both sides of the ballpark. Vladimir Frias shows a bunt. He did not pull it back. He was running down the first base line, and Vladimir Frias just standing out there. Cannot believe it was a called strike, and he is just slowly walking back into the batter's box. Trent Delmont is not at all amused by right now the body language of Frias, and he points to the batter's box, basically telling him, get in the box. Now the 0-1 pitch is a bit low, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Frias 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 2nd. He has also flown out to left. He was robbed of a base hit. One ball, 1 strike in the pitch. Frias tried to check his swing, and he does. 2 balls and a strike. Vladimir Frias, Brandon Tierney, Brett Wiley, the scheduled hitters in inning number 6. T-Bones have more than doubled the amount of hits the Canaries have, 7-3. 2-1 pitch, and a ground ball pulled foul on the right side. The count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow night, Mike Kickham will get the start for Kansas City. Hopefully tomorrow night, the T-Bones will be looking for that first sweep of the year. Try to pick that up tomorrow night. First things first, you've got 4 more innings to worry about tonight and try to hold on to this lead. Hopefully add to it as well. 2-2 pitch, fouled out of play to the left side. And the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Frias kind of take his time. Or he steps back into the batter's box. Now stepping back into the right side, or batting left-handed, that is. And the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. Good block by the catcher, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looking in, and here comes the pitch. Down the first base line, but foul. That pitch was way up in on the hands. Still looking for that opportunity to get on base here is Frias. Pretty good battle between him and Stephen Booyer. Another 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees on the outside corner on a fastball. Vladimir Frias has struck out. That is just the second strikeout of the night for Booyer, and 1 up, 1 down in the 6th. So a very good plate appearance by Frias, but eventually Booyer gets the advantage, wins the war. And up comes the third baseman, Brandon Tierney, who's 2 for 2. Tierney on base twice. He has also scored 1 time. We will see if Brandon Tierney can have a perfect night at the plate. See if he can get hit number 3. Coming set, Booyer's pitch. Breaking ball is a bit outside. 1-0. Tierney came into the game batting .316, but he continues to hit the ball very, very well. He'll be over .325 coming into tomorrow. Still no action of the bullpen for Kansas City. There is some arm stretches or something going on in the right field corner for the Canaries. All I can see is some arm flaps, arms flying above the seating down there. So they are in the works of getting their bullpen ready. The 1-0 pitch is a swing and a miss. Tierney swinging for the fences, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-3 Kansas City. We're in the 6th inning. Game 2 of 3. T-Bones trying to win their 2nd consecutive game, trying to win their 3rd consecutive game 1 of a series. Technically would be their 4th in that department. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brendan Tierney behind the battle. Booyer getting the help from the crowd as the beer batter of the night is down 1-2. The pitch. Breaking ball that was up in the zone, and Tierney had a vicious swing. He fouled it straight back. So the count stays the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Homer Simpson's audio getting a little bit too much for my liking in inning number 6. They really wear that audio out here at the Birdcage. Another 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, fly ball, right field. Linares going back, sets up on the warning track, makes the catch, and Tierney is out for the first time. 2 up, 2 down for KC here in inning number 6. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Brett Wiley. Wiley 1 for 1. That 1 hit was another big hit. It was a 2-run home run that gave Kansas City their first lead of the game. It made it 4-3. He did that last inning, or 2 innings ago in inning number 4. He is looking for another base hit, another plate appearance to get on base here tonight. 2 home runs in the series, 5 RBIs is what Brett Wiley has been Mr. Consistent so far in the series. What I like about Brett is he never really gives away a plate appearance, rarely gets cheated at the plate. Down in the count here, 0-1 on an 88-mile-per-hour first pitch fastball. Bases are empty. We're in the 6th inning. Kansas City looking for a base runner. Wiley takes a changeup low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wiley came into the series with just 1 home run, or make that 2 home runs. He has doubled that number. He now has 4 on the year. Breaking ball strike called outside corner, and Wiley not at all pleased by the strike zone there by Trent Delmont, as he felt that the strike zone has kind of expanded on him. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball stays up. And the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. If Wiley gets on base, then Dalton Wheat would come up in this inning. If not, that would mean Dalton Wheat would lead off the 7th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball stayed up. And the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Booyer really taking his time in between pitches. He has really immensely slowed down his routine tonight. The 3-2 pitch is a foul ball hit very sharply foul to play to the left side. Brett Wiley not making his plate appearance go down very quick either. Battling everything that he sees. Once again goes back to that thing I was mentioning a little bit ago, how he never really gives an at-bat away. He will battle you to the end, which is why he's batting close to 300. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball high, ball 4. So Wiley reaches for the 3rd time tonight. He has walked twice and he's homered, so he has had a very, very good night at the plate. And that'll bring up the right fielder Dalton Wheat, who is 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. You kind of get the feeling that Patterson, the skipper of Sioux Falls, really wants his starter to get through 6 innings, and then he may go to the bullpen in the 7th. But if Dalton Wheat were to reach, then that plan may alter a little bit, as Wiley continues the inning with the 2-out walk, allowing Dalton Wheat to come up, and the first pitch to Wheat is a called strike. Dalton Wheat continues to swing a very, very good bat at the plate. It has been a pleasant surprise for Kansas City, and since he was hitting the ball so well, it probably made an easier decision. Here's a ground ball heading up the middle. Second baseman Perez gloves it over to first. Low throw, and in time for the out. So Dalton Wheat makes a really nice, or forces a really nice play by Perez, and his speed almost able to beat it out at first base. Kansas City gets a 2-out walk, nothing further in the 6th inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Kansas City leads it 4-3 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com. At Community America, we're redefining wealth.
It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
The very first pitch of the inning, Osni Guillen hits it all the way to the fence in center field. Guillen has a leadoff double in inning number 6. So the very first pitch swinging, Osni Guillen hits one of the deepest part of the park and a leadoff double in inning number 6. So Jordan Cooper in immediate trouble here in inning number 6. Kansas City leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 4-3 lead, but as mentioned, a leadoff double here in the 6th inning is going to give Sioux Falls an opportunity, an easier chance in this inning to possibly tie the game up. So a leadoff double for Guillen. That is their second extra base hit of the game. David Bergen has a home run, so the 2 extra base hits coming from the 4 and 5 hitters. This will bring up J.C. Linares. He is 0 for 2. He grounded out with the bases loaded in the 3rd inning. Both times he has not hit the ball very hard. This time he takes a first pitch strike, and the count is 0-1. Kansas City leading by 1. It is a close game. It is a 4-3 lead. Kansas City has out-hit the Canaries so far 7-4. The Canaries have booted the baseball twice. Kansas City has done it once in regards of 3 total errors in the game. Cooper coming set, looks in, the 0-1 pitch. Slider is ripped foul off the left side, and the count is 0-2 as that ball was just laced into the left field area. Kansas City looking to possibly get another shutdown inning here by Jordan Cooper. He'll need to work out of some trouble as he has the problem to start the inning. A leadoff double. Can he work around the leadoff double? It would be his biggest test of the night. Way ahead of Linares. Here comes Cooper's 0-2 pitch, and now time is called at the last second. Jordan Cooper way out in front. I'll have J.C. Linares. He'll be followed by the catcher, Michael Pear. Pear is 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 hours into the game, and we are not through yet 6 innings. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball that stayed high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. For some reason, when these two teams play, Kansas City and Sioux Falls, the games are really, really long. Not a lot of pace, not a lot of tempo in the game. On either side, it's not just one-sided. Last night, Josh Tolles worked very, very slow in the first couple of innings and kind of picked it up as the game went on. Jordan Cooper, for the most part, typically does work quick, but tonight really has never worked very quickly. He has put himself in harm's way in a few innings. The defense did not help him in the first inning. Couple of unearned runs in the game. It should be 4-1 instead of a 4-3 lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. In on the hands. It's a foul ball. Almost hit him. So the count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. The catcher, Michael Pear, will follow. Kansas City is hoping that when Pear comes up, there'll be 1 out. The runner's still stuck at second base. Jordan Cooper has 3 strikeouts in the game. He would love to see strikeout number 4. That would really help his cause in the frame. Looking in, and now looks back. No throw. Still no action of the bullpen for Kansas City. The bullpen for the T-Bones has pretty much been worked hard over the last couple of days. Not a lot of length with the starting pitchers. Tolles only went 5 last night. We're only in inning number 6 here tonight. So they are trying to get some more length tonight out of the starter, Jordan Cooper. They would love to get 7 if possible, at least 6 innings. The 1-2 pitch, in on the hands. He missed the fastball. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I've said it once, and I'll probably say it at least 20 more times before the year is up. When a pitcher works this slow, it puts the defense more in la-la land. It really just shows that possibly you're not feeling your best tonight, and Cooper misses wildly down and outside ball 3, and the count goes from 0-2 to 3-2. So all of a sudden, the Canaries are on the door of possibly getting a big break with a, for sure, Bunting situation on deck. So right now, Tyler Moore is talking with his starting pitcher to get him back on the page. T-Bones cannot afford to lose Linares, who's batting just .212 on the season. This is a hitter, obviously, Kansas City would like to have out. It went from 0-2 to 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is obviously a big at bat for Jordan Cooper on the mound. He needs an out. The 3-2 pitch is a high pop-up. That'll go to the right side. It's in foul territory. Everybody giving chase, and Dalton Wheat runs out of room. The count continues to stay 3-2. Still nobody warming up for the Kansas City T-Bones. So no help coming for Cooper. This is his inning. The T-Bones are pretty much showing him that with the bullpen. They need him to get through at least 6 innings. There is no help on the way. Linares is only batting .212. 3-2 pitch, fly ball right field. Dalton Wheat, a good jump, but misreads it. It's over his head off the wall. A run will score. Dalton Wheat throws to second. The play at the second base is out at second base. Dalton Wheat with a cannon of a throw. It's an RBI single, an outfield assist that goes 9-6. Guillen does come in to score. So it is a tie game. It's now 4-4. And the first out finally recorded, but it comes at a price as the game is now tied at 4. So back-to-back shots off of Jordan Cooper's right arm, and now 1 out, bases are empty for the catcher Michael Pear, who is 0 for 1. So that could have been much, much worse. It could have been a run in and a runner at second base, but Dalton Wheat with a perfect throw to second base got the out. And J.C. Linares, who comes through with a big RBI hit, does not stay on base with the misconception of going to second base. Now the 0-1 pitch. Big breaking ball is a strike on the outside corner, and the catcher Michael Pear is down quickly 0-2. Bill Sobey, the pitching coach, walks down to the bullpen of Kansas City to exchange what the plan will be. Here's a late swing and a miss, and down goes Michael Pear. Strikeout number 4, 2 outs in the 6th inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder Cameron Monger. Action in the bullpen is about to begin for Kansas City as guys are moving around in the bullpen. A right-hander begins to throw for Kansas City. More than likely, the T-Bones will go to the bullpen beginning in the 7th inning. 4-4 tie. T-Bones have out-hit their opponent 7-5. First pitch to Monger is a big swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Monger trying to get his first hit of the game, 0 for 2. He has struck out. He has also flown out in this game. Cooper from the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball and a pop-up. Now really twisting to deep right field. Dalton Wheat back to the wall, and he jumps up and makes the catch against the wall. Boy, that ball looked like for sure it was a routine fly ball off of the bat, but it carried all the way to the fence, and the inning is over. A leadoff double turns into a run. The game is tied as we head to the 7th. 4-4 tie on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the top of the 7th inning. New game. It's now tied at 4 on the Kansas City T-Bones Broadcasting Network. Nathan Moore back with you live at Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Back out of the mound is Stephen Booyer. Booyer will face the 9-1-2 batters, Tyler Moore, Starlin Rodriguez, and Tyler Massey. Tyler Moore 0 for 2. He lined out with the bases loaded. He's also grounded into a fielder's choice. First pitch in this at-bat is a called strike. Moore coming into the game, batting 176. No home runs, no RBIs. First professional season, the young rookie Tyler Moore. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, heading up the middle. It's going to get into center field for a hit. So leadoff single for Tyler Moore, and Kansas City needed that. They are tied 4-4. They've had the lead since the 4th inning. Kansas City trying to reclaim the lead here in inning number 7, a game that has really been a slow-moving affair. 2 hours and 10 minutes into it. We are just now beginning the top of the 7th. Top of the order, Starlin Rodriguez. He is 2 out of 3. He has scored a run. He has stolen 2 bases in the game. He has been a wrecking machine on the bases. And with Kansas City's 2, 3, and 4 hitters to follow behind him, you never know if a possible bunting situation is in effect for KC. First pitch on the way, shows the bunt, takes a fastball inside, and the count is 1-0. Third baseman Guillen telling the pitcher Booyer that he's got the third base bag, or the third base line, that he is responsible for the first base bag, or the first base line. The first baseman Bergen is holding the runner at first. Tyler Moore with a single. Now will Rodriguez come through with his third hit of the game. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike inside corner. There's the Rodriguez drop my head, look back at the umpire look. Rodriguez singled and stole a base in the first, single, stole a base, scored a run in the third, and then popped out to the center fielder in the fourth. The center fielder came all the way in on the infield dirt to make the catch for the final out of the 4th inning. Runner at first is Tyler Moore. He has an attempt at a pickoff move over at first, but Moore literally standing on the bag when the throw came. He is not even thinking about possibly stealing, at least is what it looks like. A very, very small lead over at first base, a very safe lead. 1-1 pitch in on the hands, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. Kansas City coming into tonight, 5.5 games back of the Central Division race. Last night, Gary did lose. That game went all the way to the 14th inning. Kansas City got some help from Winnipeg as the Gold Eyes knocked off Gary. 2 balls and a strike. Rodriguez steps back into the plate, lines one into left field. That's going to fall in for a hit. Rodriguez is 3 for 4, and Kansas City has back-to-back hits in the 7th inning. So immediately after giving up the lead and tying the game, here come the T-Bones in the 7th inning. They've got back-to-back singles, and the skipper Patterson is out of the dugout. And we will see what the skipper opts to do here with the lefty Massey coming up to the plate. I was kind of surprised that Booyer was sent back out for the 7th inning. He really didn't look all that sharp in the previous 6 innings, but the skipper Patterson trying to roll the dice a little bit, get an extra inning out of the starting pitcher. It did not work out. He allows the first 2 men to reach in the 7th inning, and his night is over. So Patterson is going to the bullpen, and it will be the battle of the bullpens the rest of the way, as it looks like Kansas City is also readying their bullpen to enter in the 7th inning as well. Some score updates around the American Association. The Redhawks all over Sioux City. It's 8-1 in the 8th inning. That game is in Sioux City. Other scores, Laredo is trailing Wichita 6-1 in Wichita. That's in the 6th inning. Winnipeg is beating Gary at the moment 3-0 in the 8th inning in Gary. That's good news for Kansas City if Kansas City can go on and win this game. Lincoln and Texas has been postponed until tomorrow at 5 o'clock. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow evening. Lincoln and Texas has been postponed. Joplin and St. Paul also delayed due to rain. That game will probably be made up tomorrow as part of a doubleheader. A break in the action. We'll tell you about the new relief pitcher when we come back on the other side of the commercial break. Kansas City and Sioux Falls tied at 4 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Kansas City will get Josh Farrell out of the bullpen. Farrell pitched in the game last night. Josh Farrell, 1-0 record, 19th appearance. That's the team leader. 3.96 ERA, a lefty against the lefty Massey. Kansas City has runners at first and second. Nobody out in the 7th inning in a tie 4-4 game. Second game of the series. Kansas City is looking for full advantage in the series. And they need a base hit from the number 2 hitter. Massey is 0 for 3. He has grounded out, he has flied out, he has struck out, and they are expecting a bunt. Big swing and a miss on a slider, and the count is 0-1. I do not think Kansas City is going to bunt with Tyler Massey, but who knows? Massey, one of the more consistent, one of the more dangerous hitters of late, and I don't know if Kansas City can really roll the dice and not really take full advantage of Massey's opportunity to swing a bat. So we will see. Next pitch, hit a mile into the air, but foul straight back. And all of a sudden, Massey's behind on the count of 1-2. Maybe if you go by the book, this might be a bunting situation, knowing that a double play candidate is on deck and the likes of Blackwood. But Kansas City also in the game has not got much production from their 2, 3, or 4 hitters, a combined 0 for 9. So you'll let Massey swing the bat here. 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Massey has struck out for the second time tonight. And Farrell comes in and immediately restores order for the Canaries. So all of a sudden, Tyler Massey in a bit of a funk. He has not looked good so far on this road trip. The first out has been recorded via the strikeout, and now you have Blackwood, who is 0 for 3. Once again, the 2, 3, 4 hitters are now 0 for 10 in the game, as the entire infield will come in as they prep to face Jake Blackwood. Kansas City got a hit of their number 9 hitter, a hit from their leadoff hitter, and now it's up to the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to get some production. And now Patterson is out of the dugout, and possibly will Farrell's night be over? And they are. They're going to go back to the bullpen. So Farrell faces just the one hitter. He faces the lefty, does his job, strikes him out. Now we're going to see the third pitcher of the inning, as Blackwood is not going to see the lefty Farrell. And a 4-4 tie in the 7th inning. A break in the action. Back with yet another pitcher after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Another big part of the game. We are in the 7th inning, tied at 4. Kansas City trying to get something to score here. They had first and second, nobody out. Tyler Massey struck out on 4 pitches, so a new pitcher coming in is Jimmer Kennedy, 6.11 ERA, 2-1 record. He has now pitched in 19 games. He's allowed 12 runs in 17 innings. He inherits 2 runs, or 2 runners on base, and up comes a dangerous Jake Blackwood. Blackwood takes a curveball in the dirt, and it counts 1-0. Jake on the night is 0 for 3. Kansas City's number 3 hitter, Blackwood, back at first base, needing to try to get something done here for Kansas City. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters, a combined 0 for 10 here tonight for Kansas City. The T-Bones in a deadlock of a game. They are tied at 4, and this is a perfect primetime opportunity to break that tie with the first 2 men getting on base for the Kansas City T-Bones. Jimmer Kennedy has pitched in this league for several years now, and last year he was with Sioux City. So Kansas City has faced him in the past. The 1-0 pitch is a changeup, and it's in the dirt, and the count is 2-0. So Blackwood has the advantage in the count. Now Kennedy has to be even more concerned with a dangerous hitter at the plate who is swinging the bat very well of late with 2 on and 1 out. Kennedy trying to induce a ground ball double play that would get the Canaries out of the inning. Bullpen continues to warm for KC. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Blackwood takes way low and outside, ball 3, not even close. Kansas City trying to hold on here. Blackwood more than likely will have the green light. One of the few hitters on this team, probably with a 3-0 count, that does have the green light. You never want to necessarily give the green light unless you're 100% certainty that hitter is going to be restrained with the bat at the plate. The 3-0 count. Jimmer Kennedy looking in. The pitch. And there's the fastball in the inside corner for a strike. If Blackwood had the green light, he chose not to swing there. That was a fastball in the inside corner, and not swinging the bat was Jake. So the count is still very much in his favor. 3 balls and a strike. Base hit would give Kansas City more than likely the lead back here in inning number 7. Kennedy set 3-1 pitch inside ball 4. And Kansas City has the bases loaded here in inning number 7. Over to third goes Tyler Moore. Up to second goes Rodriguez. And Kansas City has the bases loaded and 1 out for Anthony Gallus. Gallus homered here last night. Kansas City would definitely take one of those, but they would settle for a base hit. Bases are loaded. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Anthony Gallus is 0 for 3. He's flown out twice. He's struck out once. First pitch, change up low. And immediately ahead of the count is Gallus 1-0 as Kennedy has missed with 5 of the first 6 pitches that he has thrown. Gallus obviously looking for a mistake pitch from Jimmer Kennedy, who is ahead of the count here 1-0. Kennedy looking in, the 1-0 pitch almost hit him, and the count is 2-0. So Jimmer Kennedy out of the bullpen, inheriting some sort of a mess. First and second, 1 out. Walks a batter, and now falls behind the T-Bones cleanup hitter, 2-0. So now you're talking about 6 of the 7 pitchers that he has thrown have been out of the strike zone. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. Fastball in the inside corner. Gallus probably making sure Kennedy threw him a strike before he was swinging. And the count is still very much in Gallus's favor. 2 balls and a strike as we look at the 7th inning. 4-4 tie. Kansas City has the bases loaded. There is 1 out in the inning. Prime opportunity. The pitch in the dirt, ball 3, and the count's 3-1. You will take anything you can get if you're Mr. Anthony Gallus. Another bad one in Kansas City will take the lead free of charge without even swinging a bat here. Three balls, 1 strike. Gallus steps into the plate. Looking in, the pitch. High ball 4. And Kansas City takes a 5-4 lead on a bases-loaded walk. Jimmer Kennedy comes out of the bullpen. He walks the first 2 he faces. And Kansas City takes the lead courtesy of a pitcher not throwing a strike. And we are not going to see Patterson this time. We're going to see the pitching coach. So Kansas City led off this inning with a single by Tyler Moore. Starlin Rodriguez singled to left. First and second, nobody out. Farrell came in, struck out Massey. And then Jimmer Kennedy came in, walked Blackwood on 5 pitches, walked Gallus on 5 pitches. The T-Bones have reclaimed a 5-4 lead in the 7th inning. The bases are still loaded, and 1 out for Vladimir Frias, who's 1 for 3 with the run scored back in the 2nd inning. Kansas City is not going to win this game 5-4. They need a lot more productivity right here out of this lineup. They need another big hit here with runners absolutely placed everywhere. Can Kansas City get the job done? Coming set, Kennedy. He has not thrown but just 2 strikes out of 10 pitches, and he throws a curveball for a strike. Vladimir Frias doesn't like it. He looks back to Trent Delmont, who doesn't care if he doesn't like it, and the count's 0-1. 5-4 Kansas City. We're in the 7th inning. The T-Bones are looking to win their 3rd consecutive series here tonight. They have the chance to do that. They need more runs. The 0-1 pitch, fly ball foul out of play. And all of a sudden, Jimmer Kennedy has found the strike zone. He jumps ahead of Frias very quickly, 0-2. On deck is the third baseman, Brandon Tierney. He's 2 for 3, and he's swinging a very hot bat of late. So Jimmer Kennedy knowing that Frias, an aggressive free swinger, coming right after him. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball outside, and the count's 1-2. Frias kind of looking back at Delmont as to be assured that he wasn't struck out looking there. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third is Rodriguez. Runner at second base is Blackwood. Runner at first is Gallus. Kansas City has scored a run so far in the 7th. It would be bad if they only score 1, however. A chance to really bust it open. 1-2 pitch is hit pretty well. Deep right center field. Linares on the run. He's going to make the catch. Here comes Rodriguez from third. He'll score. And Kansas City now leads it 6-4. Vladimir Frias does the job. A sacrifice fly to right center field. And Kansas City has plated 2 in the 7th inning. Sterling Rodriguez scores. Staying at second is Blackwood. Gallus stays at first. It's 6-4 Kansas City. And up comes the third baseman, Brandon Tierney. So right after Sioux Falls tied it in the bottom of the 6th inning, here comes the T-Bones. They score 2 in the 7th to reclaim their lead. It's their largest lead of the game. So Jimmer Kennedy has faced 3 batters. He's walked 2, and he's given up a sacrifice fly. Now it's up to Brandon Tierney if the T-Bones want more. And the first pitch is a curveball inside, and it's 1-0. Boy, Jimmer Kennedy has struggled this year. We mentioned that ERA that is over a 6. A couple of years ago, he was one of the better middle relievers in this league. In the last 2 seasons, he has really struggled mightily. The 1-0 pitch is hit foul to the right side, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Tierney once again is the beer batter of the night. So Homer Simpson is back on the video board. For the most part, Tierney has quieted him. He has singled twice. He has flown out to deep right. Another good day at the plate for the Kansas City T-Bones third baseman. No Jimmy Mojica again tonight. Gallus, Blackwood in scoring position. They have walked in the inning. Kennedy set, looks at Blackwood at second. The 1-1 pitch is a little bit low. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. Kansas City would love to get 1 more runner for their bullpen, as it does appear Kansas City is going bullpen the rest of the way. A right-hander is ready to come in. It's hard to see down in that left field corner who the reliever will be. 2-1 pitch inside almost hit Tierney, and the count is 3-1. It is Brett Zawacki warming up for Kansas City. He is warming up for the T-Bones with a 6-4 lead in inning number 7. Last night, Baker pitched the 8th inning. We saw Mark Haynes shut the door in the 9th. 3 balls and a strike, the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Tough play, Schmidt will go to third. That was probably his only option with everybody running so well. Tierney slams the helmet down at first, not happy with himself on the 6-5 fielder's choice. Inning is over, but Kansas City does plate 2 and continues to take the lead back. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch with Kansas City leading tonight 6-4 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, the game is up to the bullpens. I made that comment heading into the seventh inning. So far, so good for Kansas City. We head to the bottom of the seventh inning, 6-4 lead. Jordan Cooper leaves the game with the lead, and now it's up to the bullpen. Brett Zawacki will get the first opportunity to pitch the seventh inning, and his first pitch, the fastball outside for ball one on the center fielder, Ethan Chapman. Chapman 0 for 2. He's flied out twice out of the number 9 spot. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Zawacki, and he throws a fastball strike. And the count is even, 1-1 strike. Zawacki for Kansas City has struggled out of the bullpen in his first year in Kansas City. An 0-4 record with a 9.25 ERA. Here's a line drive to the second baseman. Wiley makes the catch in the air, and the first batter is out in the seventh inning. So a good start for Zawacki here tonight. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Blake Schmidt, who is 1 for 3. Zawacki, before tonight, has pitched 17 times, has allowed 26 runs in 24 1/3 innings. Over the course of the year, he has struck out 24. He's walked 14. Batters are batting .317 against him. So this is a big opportunity for him with a 2-run lead just to keep that lead intact and try to get through this seventh inning. Good breaking ball that misses a bit low, and the count is 1-0. Schmidt, dangerous hitter, once again batting .380. He is 1 for 3 tonight. So can you imagine going 1 for 3 and your average goes down? That's how good he's been. 1-0 pitch, fastball on the outside corner. And the count is even, 1-1 strike. Aaron Baker for Kansas City will now head down to the bullpen. He might be pitching again tonight. He may have that 8th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Shows a bunt, fouls it away. 1-2 strikes. Zawacki trying to have an efficient inning here in inning number 7. The T-Bones wouldn't have any issues at all if Zawacki would get through the 7th and perhaps possibly start the 8th inning. Mark Haynes has pitched in consecutive nights. He would like to have the possibility of a night off. He may not or may be available tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Zawacki, and a swing and a miss, a pitch in the dirt, good breaking ball, and to finish the strikeout, Tyler Moore throws to first, and Blake Schmidt is now 1 for 4. So Zawacki has struck out his first, and 2 up, 2 down in the 7th inning will bring up the second baseman, Darwin Perez. Perez 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd, and he has also grounded out twice, so 1 for 3. Zawacki has looked very good so far here in the 7th inning. Base is empty, 2 up, 2 down. Zawacki looks into the pitch, and the off speed stays high. The more difficult hitters, Jake Taylor and David Bergen, are to follow. Those two guys have home run potential. The 1-0 pitch off the inside corner, 2-0. So you do not want to put Perez on board for the opportunity of Taylor and Bergen to do some damage. We've already seen each of them hit a home run in the series. Zawacki has 2 outs and the bases are empty. From the stretch, 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Wiley, a nice convenient hop over to first, and how about that? Brett Zawacki, a very efficient, very quick, and a lockdown 7th inning. We head to the 8th inning. Kansas City leads the game. It is 6-4 KC on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Nathan Moore back with you live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We head to the 8th inning. 6-4 lead for Kansas City. Brett Wiley, Dalton Wheat, Tyler Moore comes up. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9 to face the new left-hander out of the bullpen. Kansas City with 6 runs on 9 hits, and Wiley fouls this one out of play. Wiley tonight has walked twice. He's also hit a 2-run home run. That gave Kansas City the lead for the first time in the 4th inning. He has been a tough out in this entire series, and he's been swinging a very, very hot bat. He has been pretty much the everyday second baseman for Kansas City. Here's a big swing and a miss, and Wiley is the first out of the 8th inning. One up, one down, and up comes the right fielder Dalton Wheat. Wheat 1 for 3, singled in the 4th, also has an RBI. First pitch for Wheat, shows a bunt, fouls it off to the left side. 0-1 on the young rookie right fielder Dalton Wheat, who all he has done is just impress in his brief time so far in KC. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and tries to put down another bunt, and the ball goes all the way to the backstop. He was not made contact of by Wheat's bat, and the count is 1-1 Another K goes on top of the board. That is now 5 strikeouts tonight for Sioux Falls pitching staff. Another foul ball from Wheat, and the count is 1-2. Back-to-back long games in the series. All worth it for Kansas City victories. That's what we saw last night. 7-5 was the final. Tonight it is 6-4. A lot of runs in this series so far. We have not seen any lockdown pitching. Kansas City's bullpen has been the closest thing of that. Another foul ball to the left side, and the count continues to stay at 1-2. Tomorrow night, David Kickham gets the start. It's a getaway day as Kansas City will head home. A very quick 3-game series with Sioux City that begins on Thursday night. 1-2 pitch is low, and the count is 2-2. Sioux City won huge last night over the Red Hawks of Fargo. Tonight they are getting hammered by the Red Hawks of Fargo-Moorhead. What Sioux City team will come to Kansas City? Hopefully the team that is playing tonight that's getting hammered by Fargo. Another foul ball to the left side, and the count is 2-2. Kansas City coming into tonight 19-25, 5.5 back in the division behind Gary. Gary is losing tonight. A win tonight and a Gary loss. The T-Bones could pull within 4.5 games back. Two pitch in the dirt all the way to the backstop. And the count is full, 3-2. In fact, actually, I believe that game is already official. The last check, Gary was losing to Winnipeg. And it is official. 3-0, Winnipeg has beaten Gary. So Kansas City would gain another game tonight if the T-Bones could hold on and win this game. The Kansas City T-Bones tomorrow could be coming into the ballpark just 4.5 back out of first place. Lincoln has won 5 consecutive games. They have been rained out tonight. Other lengthy strips. Fargo has lost 6 straight. Joplin has lost 8 straight. Texas has lost 5 straight. Those are just some of the long losing streaks in the league. How about this? 10-pitch at bat as Dalton Wheat walks with 1 out in the 8th inning. So Dalton Wheat, despite being down to the count of 1-2, does not give it away an at bat, gets on base. And the T-Bones extend this 8th inning a little bit further with 1 on and 1 out. So this will bring up Tyler Moore. Tyler has a hit tonight. And the first pitch to the catcher is a called strike on the outside corner. Kansas City leads by 2. Next pitch, called strike on the inside corner. Off the inside corner, rather, and the count is 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Looking in. Coming set. The pitch. Moore takes low. Change up, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch, broken bat, little blooper, hitting into left field. They're going to go to second base. Dalton Wheat is safe at second base. It's an infield single for Tyler Moore. He is now 2 for 4. And the T-Bones are putting together a little bit of an offensive threat in the 8th inning with 1 out. Dalton Wheat, a 10-pitch walk, and now a base hit on the infield by Tyler Moore, who's 2 for 4. So the T-Bones catchers have had 5 hits in the first 2 games of the series. So Starlin Rodriguez will come up as the top of the order rolls back around. Kansas City looking to add to their lead right now. They lead at 6-4, and they have a couple of big runs out there waiting to potentially come in to extend this lead for Kansas City as we get closer and closer to 10 p.m. here tonight in South Dakota. Another long, long night of baseball. Pitch on the way. Rodriguez takes a fastball at 91 and a called strike. Rodriguez tonight is 3 for 4, back in the leadoff spot. He has also popped out to the center fielder, so he's had a pretty good day at the plate. Came into the game batting .232. The 0-1 pitch is right there for another strike, and the count's 0-2, and very quickly Rodriguez behind in the count. 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Rodriguez not a very good bat at all here in the 8th inning. He watched 2 strikes and swung at a ball that bounced in front of the plate. It's a strikeout, the 6th strikeout of the night for Canaries pitching. And 2 outs in the 8th inning, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Tyler Massey, who is 0 for 4. He has struck out 4 times. Ground ball, base hit, right side. Here comes the runner from third. They're going to try to score Dalton Wheat. The throw to home is not in time. Kansas City takes the 7-4 lead. So going after the first pitch, Tyler Massey singles it through the right side of the infield. And the 10-pitch walk of Dalton Wheat turns into a run. Tyler Moore goes first to third, and Massey has his first RBI of the night, and the T-Bones extend their lead out to 7-4. So the T-Bones will not go down easily in the 8th inning. They have added an extra run to their lead, and it's now grown to their largest lead of the night. So Kansas City now leads at 7-4. They've scored 4 unanswered runs in the last 2 innings. After the game at one time was tied 4-4. That'll bring up Jake Blackwood. A snap throw to first. Massey is easily back. Blackwood of the night is 0 for 3. He has walked 1 time. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. It's a fastball above his eyes. And the count is 1-0. Kansas City with 4 unanswered runs. They are looking for more in the 8th inning. 1 ball, no strikes, another throw over to first. Massey is easily back. Next pitch, a called strike, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. The crowd at the moment is just absolutely dead quiet. Not much of any energy at all in the ballpark. Kansas City is winning this game 7-4. There is more action in the bullpen for Kansas City. It looks like Evan DeLuca is warming up. 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and a nasty changeup. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kansas City looking to continue to add to their lead. No lead is ever a safe lead. In my opinion, the big turning point of the T-Bones season came a couple of weeks ago at home against Wichita. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Perez. The throw to second is in time, and the inning is over. But Kansas City adds to their lead. They score another run on a 2-out RBI single by Tyler Massey. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-4 is the lead in favor of the Kansas City T-Bones. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services. An accredited chest pain center or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Evan DeLuca comes in for the first time in this series. He'll face the 3-4-5 hitters. Evan DeLuca pitching with a 3-run lead, 7-4 Kansas City. Nathan Moore back with you live at the Birdcage in South Dakota. Evan DeLuca, no wins, 1 loss, 19th appearance, 2.28 ERA, 23 innings pitched. He's allowed just 16 hits, 6 earned runs. He's walked 12, struck out 22. And batters are batting just 190 against the left-handed pitcher. 0-1 pitch on the way, and Taylor takes a bit outside, 91 miles per hour on the fastball. 3-4-5 hitters due up for Sioux Falls in the 8th. This may be the best opportunity for the Canaries to get back into the game. Just a 3-run game, 7-4 in the 8th. Kansas City has scored 4 unanswered runs. Next pitch, called strike on the inside corner, 1-2. The Canaries took a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Kansas City scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third, tied the game at 2. Took the lead in the fourth inning on a Brett Wiley 2-run home run. They led, at that point, it was 4-3. And now Jake Taylor will get a little meeting by Trent Delmont. He must have said something Trent didn't like, and the home plate umpire putting the game back in order. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the designated hitter, Jake Taylor. Been around this league for a long time. DeLuca comes set, the 1-2 pitch, way inside, and the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeLuca just trying to get some work in here in the 8th inning. And the T-Bones probably likely to keep him, or want him to be efficient and work quick, because Mark Haynes has pitched in back-to-back games. This may be DeLuca's night, in which he may be asked to go a couple of innings. Who knows? Zawacki had one of his best outings of the year. It was a pretty quick 7th inning, a 1-2-3 perfect frame. Possibly a little surprised that We didn't see Zawacki for the 8th, but leave him with some confidence after that 7th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch and a foul ball straight back. So Jake Taylor will not go down easily on DeLuca. Bases are empty, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. DeLuca pitching for the first time on this road trip. Pitching in a key spot in the 8th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Barely missed outside if it did. Maybe Trent Delmont moving the strike zone now that Jake Taylor was upset on 2 pitches prior. Boy, that looked very, very, very much like a strike. That is the first time tonight Trent Delmont might have allowed a strike to go by. So now DeLuca needs to throw a better one. The 3-2 pitch. High chopping ground ball to first. It is a foul ball. So Trent Delmont, as well as the first base umpire Richardson, both saying foul ball, and the count will stay full 3-2. That was a tough, tough hop. It was so high into the air, Blackwood had really no chance to field it. He let it go over his head, and then he tried to catch it as it came back down, then realized that might not be a good idea. He let it hit the ground. So the count stays full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. DeLuca trying to get the first out of the 8th inning. Does not want to give a free pass to Jake Taylor. The 3-2 pitch again, and he walked him. So DeLuca walks the leadoff man of the 8th inning. And this 3-hour game has got a really not a good bottom of the 8th start. So David Bergen will come back up on base twice. 3 RBIs. He had a 2-run home run in the first inning. He has scored once. He has also driven in a run with a bases-loaded hit by pitch. He was also called out on strikes in the 5th inning as Jordan Cooper struck him out. Ground ball to the right side. Wiley tries to lunge out. Can't make a play on it. Into right field for a hit. Taylor goes into second. And back-to-back base runners on in the 8th inning. So DeLuca, after we saw Zawacki have a perfect 1-2-3 7th inning in about 12 pitches, DeLuca has given up back-to-back base runners in inning number 8, and the potential game-tying runner comes to the plate, and the third baseman, Osni Guillen, who is 1 for 3. So right when you think Kansas City is pulling away, here come the Canaries. And we kept seeing this last night. They would never back down. Every time it seemed like Kansas City would take a run or score a run, the Canaries immediately came right back and threatened. Now DeLuca has had a phenomenal season. Now it's when he needs to come back up with some of those great pitches we're used to seeing. He is from New York, and on the East Coast, it's now after 11:10 in the evening. First pitch, fly ball foul out of play. Left side, and the count's 0-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, 7-4 lead Kansas City. We started at 7:05 tonight, and the game is just now in the bottom of the 8th, nobody out. Back-to-back nights here in South Dakota where the games just simply are not moving along. Guillen steps back in, lefty versus lefty. The 0-1 pitch is a shot down the left field line. It's a foul ball by about 5 feet, and the count's 0-2. Almost trouble as Guillen almost was able to get one to slice down the left field line. So now DeLuca has the advantage heavily in his favor. No balls and 2 strikes. Aaron Baker picks up a baseball down the left field line, and he is in the bullpen area. He is not throwing at this time. He is just walking back and forth in the bullpen area on the Kansas City side. Might we see Aaron Baker again tonight? 2 strikes on Guillen. DeLuca needs an out any way he can get one. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Got him swinging on a slider, and down he goes. So Guillen strikes out. That's the first out of the inning. And now first and second, one out for the right fielder, J.C. Linares, who's 1 for 3. So a perfect spot for a strikeout. And DeLuca needs one perfectly placed ground ball to get a double play to end the threat. Move this game into the 9th inning. That would be the most efficient way to get us there. Runner at second base is Jake Taylor. He walked to lead off the inning, advanced to second on the base hit by David Bergen, who was at first base. Now Linares will try to keep this inning alive with 1 out, 2 on. First pitch gets away from the catcher, no advancement, and the count's 1-0. That fastball was too low to handle for Jake Taylor or for Tyler Moore. Temperatures to start this game was right around 90 degrees. A heat index was over 100 today. Very humid. Not a lot of air circulation. The wind continues to blow out toward right field from home plate. So it is pushing the ball toward right. The ball is carrying tonight. DeLuca's 1-0 pitch is a pop foul at a player to the right side, and the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Each team has not played very good defensively in this series. Tonight, each team has committed an error. 2 by the Canaries, 1 by Kansas City. It has not been a very good defensive series. Kansas City would like to end this inning with a good defensive play to move the game into the next frame. DeLuca has the ability to get a lot of ground balls. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. He stares in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Line drive into left field. It's going to hit the fence. 1 run is in. Here comes Bergen. He's on his way to third. It's an RBI double, and it's now 7-5, and the tying run is in scoring position as that leadoff walk, as they typically do, turns into a run. So Jake Taylor scores. Bergen goes first to third. And J.C. Linares again hits a base hit hard, and this time he doubles to left field. It's an RBI, his second RBI of the game. And now DeLuca has himself in a load of trouble. 7-5 lead, only 1 out, and the potential game-tying runner is at second base. And Bill Sobey, for the second time tonight, is going to head out of the T-Bones dugout, and he wants a word with his left-handed reliever, Evan DeLuca. Kansas City very quickly will get their bullpen up and working. A leadoff walk to the number 3 hitter, followed by a single, a strikeout, and now an RBI double. And things are starting to get a little dicey again here tonight in the 8th inning. That's where we were last night when things got a little problematic. Kansas City has Johnny Shuttlesworth very quickly warming up in the bullpen down the left field line. No Mark Haynes as we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kansas City leading by 2, but that potential game-tying runner is in scoring position. And a lot of time being taken as Linares is going to leave the game, and he's going to have a pinch runner as he represents the game-tying run. So Sioux Falls is eventually going to put a runner out there to run. We have not seen anybody come onto the field yet. Trent Delmont is still waiting on a runner. And coming in to run is going to be number 6, Nolan Johnson. He is the backup catcher. So Nolan Johnson is going to come in that spot. And here we go. Evan DeLuca put into the fire a little bit. 2 hits and a walk. A 7-4 lead is now a 7-5 lead. Runners at second and third, 1 out. That pitch by Linares was on a 1-1 pitch, and it was lined down the left field line. Now you've got the catcher Michael Pear, who's 0 for 2. A base hit could tie the game. And a fastball misses inside, 1-0. Kansas City has out-hit the Canaries 11-7. They lead by 2, 7-5. Zawacki pitched a very quick 1-2-3 7th inning. He did it inside of 12 pitches. He was removed from the game. DeLuca in for the 8th. Ground ball to second. That will bring in a runner, and the ball goes over the head of Wiley into right field. The game is tied. Oh, boy, it's now 7-7 in the bottom of the 8th inning. A 3-run lead has been lost. A high chopper to second base. Wiley, instead of charging in on it, waited for the big hop to come down. And when he did that, it hopped again and took a bad hop over his head. Another run and make it 2 more runs is in. DeLuca has allowed 3 runs here in the 8th inning. It is a base hit. 2 RBIs is in. And the Kansas City bullpen has blown the save here in the 8th inning against Sioux Falls. 7-7, tie in the 8th, still just 1 out in the inning. As Brett Wiley backpedaled, did not come in for the baseball. It took a wicked hop and bounced over his head. And now a foul ball straight back. 7-7 tie in the bottom of the 8th inning. Defensively, this series has been a total disaster. Number 8 hitter, the left fielder Cameron Monger, will come in. He is 0 for 3. If you like pitching and defense, hopefully we have that tomorrow night. We have not had it in the first 2 games of the series. DeLuca, a bad hop, going to cost him 2 runs. He has given up 3. They are all earned against DeLuca. And Jordan Cooper, who left the game with a 7-4 lead, will not get a decision again tonight. Shuttlesworth continues to warm. DeLuca still looking for just the second out of the inning. Only 1 out in the inning. 4 base runners have reached. Now DeLuca looks in. The runner goes. 0-2 pitches outside. Throw from the rookie catcher Moore was about 15 feet off to the left side, not even close. Stolen base for the catcher Michael Pear. So now the count is 1-2. That takes away a double play, and the potential go-ahead runner now is in scoring position. I go back after that 7th inning. Zawacki looked so good, pitching a 1-2-3 7th inning on 12 pitches. Kansas City opting to go with DeLuca in the 8th inning. You can't fault that move based on how good DeLuca has been all year. But Zawacki just looks so good. Now a ground ball to third. Tierney throws to first in time for the out. Out number 2. Staying at second base is Pear. And that'll bring up the center fielder Ethan Chapman. But Zawacki looks so good. Kansas City removing him from the game, bringing in DeLuca, and then now 3 runs have been scored. And it all started with a leadoff walk to begin the inning. How many times have you heard it? It's like a broken record. A leadoff walk on a tie or close game late in a game will cost you every time. And it does again tonight against Kansas City. And now you've got to face the number 9 hitter, Ethan Chapman, and try to finally get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. And a fastball is called a strike at the knees, 0-1. By far the roughest outing of DeLuca's young season. Coming into tonight, DeLuca had only allowed 6 runs. He's allowed 3 tonight. All of them have been charged as earned runs. Still responsible for the runner at second base. DeLuca looks in. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball stayed high, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the top of the 9th inning, Kansas City will have Gallus, Frias, and Tierney. Anybody else gets on, Wiley would follow. They will need to score at least 1 run to possibly win this game in regulation, as now we're 3.5 hours into the game, and we are still in the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. It's amazing. You look at the scoreboard around the league and you see all these games 2 hours 20, 2 hours 40. And you always wonder, when do the T-Bones get those games? When can we have one of those games? Just get the 27 outs, move on with a win, but it seems like more often than not, we are in 3+ hour games. A big swing and a miss, and the count's 2-2. Last night, Gary and Winnipeg had 14 innings, and that game was just under 4 hours. And our game is heading toward 4 hours. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeLuca looking for that final out, that final strike here in the 8th inning. Lefty versus lefty. DeLuca looking in. Has the sign. 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Inning over. Damage done. As he faced 7 in the inning, 3 came around to score, and we head to the 9th. It is now tied at 7 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Anthony Gallus will lead off the 9th inning. A new pitcher once again for Sioux Falls as we go to the 9th inning, a tie game. It's now 7-7. Nathan Moore back with you live in South Dakota. Madison Boer, 0-2 record, 6.08 ERA. This was his 14th appearance. He does have 4 saves on the year. 26 innings, 24 hits, 18 earned runs. He's walked 14, struck out 15. Batters are batting .238 against the right-hander. He will face Gallus, Frias, and Tierney, Kansas City's 4, 5, 6 hitters. The 0-1 pitch is a called strike, 84 miles per hour, and it counts 0-2. Kansas City has not had but just 1 inning tonight where they've gone in order. That came in inning number 5. They have scored in a lot of innings. They've scored in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th. And a base hit to lead off the 9th. So Anthony Gallus has a leadoff base runner. Gallus has his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI walk. So a leadoff base runner. He represents the go-ahead run And this will bring up the shortstop, Vladimir Frias. Frias, 1 for 3. He does have a run scored. He does have an RBI. Sioux Falls is expecting Frias to put down a bunt. The third baseman, Guillen, is in on the infield grass. Gallus doesn't have blazing speed, but he is a good base runner, a veteran hitter, showing a bunt all the way. Frias gets it down right in front of the plate. Boer's throw to first is in time, and it is a sacrifice bunt. So it's the second time tonight Frias has done a sacrifice. He has a sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly. And the potential go-ahead runner is at second base and 1 out. Now Brandon Tierney and Brett Wiley will each have an opportunity to tie to give Kansas City the go-ahead run. 7 runs on 12 hits for Kansas City. 7 runs on 8 hits for the Canaries. 2 errors for the Canaries, 1 error for the T-Bones. Brandon Tierney, 2 for 4, a couple of singles. The T-Bones trying to reclaim their lead after a very rocky bottom of the 8th inning. DeLuca roughed up with 3 earned runs. Here's a ground ball heading up the middle. Diving play shortstop. He kicks it. Gallus falls to the ground and has no play. Gallus should have scored, but he fell down rounding third base. And now Gallus is going to argue that the third baseman, Guillen, had him trapped on the ground. Brandon Tierney had a base hit go up the middle, and Kansas City had an opportunity to take the lead. Schmidt kept the ball in front of him. And as he tried to whip the baseball to first, he flung the baseball into right field. Gallus fell down at third base, and Kansas City cannot take the lead. So it's a single by Tierney, his 3rd hit of the game. And the T-Bones have runners at first and third. And now you have the third base umpire, Kurt Brennan, who's the crew chief, telling a lot of players for Kansas City to calm down, as Gallus was very upset that he was held on the ground and there was no interference called at all. So here we go. It's now up to Brett Wiley, who's been Mr. Offense for Kansas City on this road trip. Gallus at third, Tierney at first, 2 singles in the inning. Kansas City should have been gifted a run, but Gallus couldn't get off the ground as the third baseman, Guillen, was all over him. 1-0 pitch, it's not going to matter. Wiley hammers one to center, over the head of the center fielder. 1 run will score. Tierney around third, he's going to score. Wiley on his way to second, it's a stand-up double, and Kansas City takes a 9-7 lead. Holy cow, Brett Wiley delivers again as he has 4 RBIs tonight. So Gallus doesn't need to argue anymore. He comes in to score. Tierney goes first to home to score. And Wiley's at second base with a 1-out, 2-run double. So the T-Bones have struck again. It's now 9-7. And Brett Wiley has just been tearing it up offensively in this series. And now a ground ball to third, picked by Guillen, throws to first, in time for the out, going to third Wiley, safe at third. And now 2 outs into the inning as Dalton Wade is grounded out on a 5-3 putout. Wiley does move up 90 feet to third. And now 2 outs for the catcher Tyler Moore. Kansas City with the lead, it is 9-7. And possibly Kansas City is not going to allow Tyler Moore to hit, despite being 2 for 4 in the game. It looks like Tyson Gillies will come up to pinch hit for KC. And it will be Tyson Gillies. So Gillies will come in as a pinch hitter. Kansas City with 3 hits in the inning. It all started off with an Anthony Gallus single up the middle. Frias put down a good sacrifice bunt to move him into second base. Tierney singled up the middle. Gallus went to third. And then Brett Wiley absolutely smoked a baseball after a shallow center fielder, Chapman, just overran it and just crushed it over his head. Kansas City was able to get Tierney to score all the way from first base. There was no play at the plate, and Kansas City now leads at 9-7. Looking for more. Pitch on the way. Gillies takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Action in the bullpen for Kansas City. The question of the night was, is Mark Haynes available for a safe situation tonight? And the answer appears to be no, he is not. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Gillies down the left field line, hooking foul. It is into the crowd, and the count is 0-2. So 2 strikes on Gillies. And this pitch is a bit inside, and the count is 1-2 strikes. Tyson Gillies hitting for the first time in the series. Kansas City trying to add to their lead. 1-2 pitch, high chopper to first, but foul, and the count stays 1-2. Tyler Moore was 2 for 4 in the game. He has been removed as Tyson Gillies will pinch hit. That means Brian Airy will be on defensively for the bottom of the ninth. 9-7 Kansas City. They have scored in each of the past 3 innings. 7th, 8th, and now the 9th. Another foul ball by Gillies. Brett Wiley with 4 RBIs tonight. Brett Wiley with 3 RBIs last night. 7 RBIs for the number 7 hitter, and 2 games so far on the series. That's good enough for a full week worth of production, let alone 2 games. And now Gillies deep to left field. Monger going back to the warning track, reaching up and pulling it in. Kansas City will strand a runner 90 feet away. However, Kansas City has a 9-7 lead. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Johnny Shuttlesworth coming in for an opportunity to save a game. We're back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, here we go. Bottom of the 9th inning. Kansas City with a 9-7 lead. They scored twice in the 9th after the Canaries scored 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. So DeLuca right now is hit with the blown save. an opportunity to get a win with the blown save if Johnny Shuttlesworth can get the job done. 2-2 record, 6.17 ERA, 15th appearance, 35 innings, 49 hits, 24 earned runs. He's walked 13, struck out 31, and batters are batting .325 from the original starting pitcher out of Kansas City's rotation. And the next pitch is way outside of the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sioux Falls will have the top of their order. It'll be Schmidt, Perez, Taylor. Anybody were to reach, David Bergen would come up. 9 runs, 14 hits, Kansas City. 7 runs, 8 hits for the Canaries. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball low. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. A very lengthy game. 3.5 hours already. Still in regular 9-inning regulation point. Kansas City with 5 runs in the past 3 innings. The 2-1 pitch. And he throws it all the way to the backstop. 3-1. So 4 pitches, 3 of them have gone to the backstop. Shuttlesworth trying to protect a 2-run lead. Mark Haynes, who has pitched in back-to-back games, must not be available. He is the T-Bones closer, and he is nowhere to be seen in the bullpen. 3-1 pitch and a leadoff walk in the 9th inning. Oh, boy. We started like this in the 8th inning, and it wound up costing Kansas City 3 runs. And here we go in the 9th, a leadoff walk, and the potential game-tying runner comes to the plate. Darwin Perez, second baseman, is 1 out of 4. He has grounded out 3 times. He has singled the 1 other time. A leadoff walk and a 2-run game in the 9th inning. It is not how you draw it up if you want to win the game. Pitch to Perez, strike, 92-mile-per-hour fastball at the knees. That was a perfect pitch by Johnny Shuttlesworth. Nothing that Perez could have done with that pitch, and all of a sudden, Tyler Moore is running to the bullpen. Possibly Kansas City might get somebody warming very quickly. 0-1 pitch, blooper into left field. Rodriguez is going to come in, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Rodriguez is able to close the gap in the hurry, and the first out is recorded. And now 1 on, 1 out for the designated hitter, Jake Taylor, who's been on base 3 out of the 4 times. He's scored twice. He's walked twice. Taylor hit a home run last night. Bergen, who was on deck, has homered tonight. These are the 2 home run hitters coming up for the Canaries. 9-7 lead Kansas City, bottom of the 9th. 1 on, 1 out. What's at stake for Kansas City is an opportunity to get their 20th win. Not only get their 20th win of the year, but also pick up a full game on Gary. They would pull within 4.5 of first place. Plus, they would have went ahead and won their 3rd consecutive series. That is what's on the stake for KC. A big uppercut swing, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. So a lot on the line for Kansas City. 3 consecutive winning series is a good thing to start. Also, picking up a full game on Gary is another huge contributor. Called strike, outside corner at 91, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Shuttlesworth, after walking Blake Schmidt, has come back with 4 really good pitches. Now looking to possibly get a ground ball, a chance to win the game. Breaking ball is a ground ball, but it's pulled foul the other way, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes still. Brett Wiley will go running for the loose baseball. Wiley has 7 RBIs in the 2 games in the series. His back is probably hurting from so much production in this 2-game series so far. The outfield is deep. They are not going to allow a double on Jake Taylor if they can hold to it. Shuttlesworth way ahead. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Got him swinging. Struck him out, and now Kansas City has 1 out away from slamming the door here in the 9th inning. Shuttlesworth does not have a save this year. This is his first save opportunity. And Shuttlesworth is trying to get the job done in the 9th inning in a night where Baker and Haynes is unavailable. a leadoff walk, followed by a sinking fly ball to left, followed by a strikeout, and it all comes down to this. Shuttlesworth versus Bergen, who has already homered in the game. Bergen has 3 RBIs. He has scored 2 times. The only out, he has been struck out. He's been on base 3 other times. He is in the way of Kansas City's win, and he is not going to stand in the way any longer. Base hit into right field, station to station. Staying at second base is Schmidt, and now the tying runner is on base. The winning run is at the plate. So David Bergen again gets on base for the 4th time in the game. And now it's going to bring up the third baseman, Osni Guillen. Guillen 1 for 4 in the game. Run scored with a double in the 6th inning. A double here would tie the game. A home run, obviously, and Kansas City loses the game. Shuttlesworth needs 1 more out to prevent that from happening, and 1 out away from winning the series for Kansas City, setting up a chance tomorrow for a sweep. Guillen against Shuttlesworth. The pitch, ground ball to first. Blackwood has it to the bag. Game over, and Kansas City has won the series 9-7 in Game 2 here tonight. They look for a sweep tomorrow night. The T-Bones have won 3 consecutive series, and they look for much more production tomorrow night as Osni Guillen grounds out to the first baseman, Jake Blackwood. With the win, Kansas City improves to 20-25. Gary has already lost tonight. They will pick up a full game in the Central race and only be back 4.5 games coming into tomorrow night. The winning pitcher for Kansas City, Evan DeLuca. He improves to 1-1. Johnny Shuttlesworth picks up his first and only save of the year as Kansas City scores 2 in the 9th and hold on to win the game 9-7 as they've won their 3rd consecutive series, and they look to win their first sweep tomorrow night. First pitch at 7:05. We'll have it right for you here at tbonesbaseball.com. As Matt Folks would say back in Kansas City, how about that? 9-7 win for the T-Bones. Nathan Moore saying so long from the birdcage. It's been fun. We'll get the sweep tomorrow night. We'll have you with us right here at tbonesbaseball.com. Nathan Moore saying so long. You've been listening to the Kansas City T-Bones on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
This game on the T-Bones Broadcast Network was brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Tune in online all season to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Click on the Watch Live or Listen Live buttons at tbonesbaseball.com. T-Bones Baseball, that's fun. Well done.